All right, welcome back to the sixth annual Tarqaron All-Stars.
Got
It's the
six,
sixth.
man. Six.
Six.
Last one we were in person for that one.
That's right. And
That
we
crazy.
should say up front,
Well, not counting the.
obviously,
Oh.
obviously, feel free to watch, but we'll probably reference past Tarqaron All-Stars here or there. We'll reference the
Mm-hmm.
results. Now, there's simulations. These are survivor simulations done on a website called brantsteel.com, where you can just switch in any characters you want, let the season play out, and we kind of speculate in how it came to be. But we do it based on the past year of Tarkaron on the channel, things we've reviewed,
Mm-hmm.
talked about, stuff like that. Different characters, iconic characters from the past year, and then we throw ourselves in. So the only uh, constant is us. Like we've been on every season, we're always in every season, and so these are really simulations. No one knows or no one really cares about the past results. It's a fresh start for us each time. But it is worth noting, Alec, like the first two seasons, you had back to back losing final tribal performances,
Yep.
and then the most recent one you won. This is crazy.
Yeah,
So
that was
so three out of
insane.
the five you've been in
Yeah,
the final tribal council at the very least.
finally righting a wrong, if you ask
And then I
me.
think there was like one you were on the jury and one you were pre-jury.
Yeah,
Mine are a lot more inconsistent. Like
you're all over. You are all over the
yeah,
place.
the best I got was like a fourth place finish where we kind of like ran the season together, and that was the one where
Yeah,
you got voted out pre-jury, and then you came back with the outcast twists, and then you got to the end, and I got left behind.
yeah.
So, but yeah. So worth noting, there's five other Tarkon All Stars out there for you to watch, and also worth noting coming into this, I'm gonna put right on the screen right here potential spoilers for all of the following things, right here. All right, because there's a lot of stuff in here, and we'll often reference maybe a character arc they experienced in their previous work that might inform how they're playing here. But we're gonna go through the
Mm.
casts and introduce them. We talked about the cast together, but I did go and randomly sort them, so Alec doesn't know the makeup of these tribes. There's a couple of pairs that we've
True.
split up so that they don't immediately start like with a little advantage baked in. Obviously, it's a random simulation, not really of an advantage, but theoretically an advantage. Last year we did Barbenheimer as the theming for the tribes. Barbie tribe, Oppenheimer tribe,
Mm.
merged into Barbenheimer tribe. So this
Right.
season we've done Wicked, all right, the pink and the green, because we have both Elphaba and Glinda here, and we have the Throp tribe and the Upland tribe, is what I called them. Just took their last names. So I'll start with the Throp tribe. Obviously, first off, we have Elphaba Throp. All right, I think we should talk about them. Talk about how we think they'll do in a Survivor season, like what we're thinking. Um,
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to know. It's tough to know. Is she going to be overlooked, or is she going to rise above and find greatness?
I feel like she's got
It's
a
like,
confidence to her now, but she's gone through obviously a
mm,
lot of like broken trust along the way. The person that
yeah,
seemingly was her biggest like confidant, biggest supporter. Well, in what was it, Professor Marble, Michelle Yeoh.
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
She
right.
she was like, oh, the one person was like looking out for her, saw her potential, but really
Hmm.
she had bad motives all along. And in the end, she made the whole announcement saying she's a big villain and everything. And then you have Glinda, who I don't know how the story ends up. Obviously, it's a weird thing because we've seen Wicked, but there's a whole Wicked for Good coming next year. So we don't know how it
Right.
actually ends up, but as it stands, it's up and down. Up and down with them. They started very down,
I
became best of friends.
I tech so technically I do just because I've
Mm.
never seen Wicked, but I had heard a lot of the music from it before. A girl I dated about a decade ago now. Boy, that's crazy. A very big musical fan. So I got exposed to a lot of that stuff over the course of that relationship, and so I do know how that ends. But
Okay.
I'm holding back. I'm not letting Zach know any of that stuff. So
Yeah. But Elphaba, she does have a bit of a temper, but it's usually justified.
mm.
Usually people, because of a
Yeah,
lot of torment she's undergone in her life.
yeah,
But
yeah.
um,
You the correct way you can maybe channel some of that into the challenges. Maybe
there's going to be
that
a lot of
make
shenanigans
that
in these
work.
challenges, probably, with all these people we have here.
It's
Yeah.
very
But for
true.
sure, you think she would be an asset there.
Mm.
So, Elphaba, I'm excited to see, because she could go anyway, because she's like, she essentially at the end of the movie claims like, she's like, all right, I'll be the villain. You want me to be the villain? That's fine. And so if you go into a game of Survivor, you're kind of giving yourself the freedom. You can play however you want. She doesn't have any. She's no one's expecting her to be goody two shoes, but she is obviously a very big heart. So she can find a ride or die and stick with them for sure. But that's Elphaba. All right. Along with
Yeah.
Elphaba, we have Annie from the Oscar award-winning Anora. All right. Annie is I was gonna say from her perspective, the Jedi are evil. That's what whenever I hear Annie, I'm thinking Anakin
Yeah,
Skywalker.
Annie, Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, Ani. We'll call her Ani, maybe.
Yeah.
Annie.
It's
I'm
Annie.
Annie. Yeah.
Annie.
Um. Yeah.
What you think?
Talking about people that've been through a lot. She's been through a lot.
Yeah.
This would be one of those. This would be one of those like. I hate to say it, but I have a feeling that she could be one of those like. She has a phenomenal episode that's dedicated to her, but it's like the first episode basically. We've seen those like people that go home that they've faced so much like hardship like right before they come out onto the island, and then it's like you get kind of a good episode about them.
Uh-huh.
Um,
You think she burns
so
out
I
with
don't know.
it?
I don't know how I'm feeling. Yeah, maybe.
I think
I
she has
just
the
had
potential to go
have this
either way.
feeling.
I also could see Parvati
Yeah.
upside in her.
Mm,
Dare I say, she maybe got a little Black Widow potential in her if she can harness that.
true.
Yeah.
You can harness some of that energy. Might be able
So
to
yeah,
make it work.
she's gone through a lot. She's a sex worker. She knows how to work her like the audience that she's going for.
Oh yeah.
Like, she
Okay. Yeah.
target like
That's
she knows how to target
that's
someone,
true.
go like directly for what they want and appeal to them. That's a very useful skill in Survivor. So if she
It
could
is.
harness
It is
that
useful.
and play up like exactly what everybody wants to hear, could have something here. But she will always speak her mind, and that's something that gets people caught up in Survivor if she's not able to hold that back. We'll
She
see.
could also be a confessional queen.
That's
We
right.
love seeing. We
Yeah,
love
roasting
those.
people,
She
probably.
could really be. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, next up, we have Evil Queen. And Evil Queen is here from Snow White, the 2025 film, Snow White. Evil Queen, from what we've seen of her, she doesn't have many dimensions to her just as a character.
No.
Pretty
She has a flair for
straightforward.
the dramatic, though. The flair for the
does.
dramatic, maybe.
But it
Yeah.
really just comes down to she wants to be the fairest of them all, and that's it. So will she be coming for the queens? Is that what we're gonna see here? She going for every
Maybe, yeah.
she's like anti-women in this season, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
But
That'd be wild. She teams up with the men to go against all the
exactly.
women.
So she has
Yeah.
to be the first of them all by proxy with the process of elimination.
Yeah.
Only one left. I mean, that I can see that, and that's the thing with her. I just don't see her. People wanted to work with her. I mean, her name is Evil Queen. It doesn't really. It doesn't give like positive vibes. But
Yeah, not really. Not so much.
I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll have an iconic villainess here in the making, but I find it hard to believe because she's someone like you can't really mask. Well, unless she can figure out some shape shifting abilities, turn into old ladies, and
No.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say
true.
she can't really mask what she's doing. She literally could if she wanted to.
Good.
So, Evil Queen, everybody. Next up, it's George Washington. All right. Now, George Washington is the winner of Presidential Survivor. So he's the one sneak in here. He has Survivor experience. He won. We did a whole simulation of presidents on Survivor, and he was the winner. So he's coming in to rep. And could he do the 2 for 2? George Washington W.
We are outgunned, outmanned.
Yeah, I mean, the same applies as probably we talked about there. And, he's got leadership experience. Immediately, Evil Queen's not gonna fuck with that, but we'll see.
Big leadership. He commands respects. His troops respected him. His fellow founding fathers respected him.
His fellow presidents and Survivor, they respected him enough to award him the win. So
yeah, they did big time. They're just like, look, we have to vote for him.
It just absolutely feels like this might not be the venue for George Washington to thrive with all these freaks. I just don't see it, but I don't see him people really vibing with George GW like that. But
no,
maybe we'll be surprised. We're always surprised, the some weird partnership with George Washington incoming, but
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe will George Washington team up with the Evil Queen? That'd be wild, right?
Yeah, that would be unexpected. Because Evil Queen doesn't seem like someone who could put her ego aside, even for her own benefit, like in the short term.
Not with George. No, it's true.
Not with George.
We'll
see. We'll see what George can do this time around. Does he have it in him?
Yeah.
And will he let it slip? Because we throw him in here, we're not going to tell them that he won Presidential Survivor. We don't tell them why they're here. It really doesn't make any sense why anybody's here to them. But he could let it slip that he has some experience with it. He's like, oh, it's another one of these challenges, And then next up, we have Holga Kilgore from Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Holga is here, and she's a badass chick. That's one thing about her. But she's got a lot of heart. Who's gonna be her bug? I don't know. Remains to be seen.
So one of these people could be. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Was a bug, little bug.
Cute.
What do you think about Holga and her prospects coming into this?
Pretty great for physical challenges. She could be a major physical threat in a lot of the challenges, I think.
And she can get a group of people, get a good solid alliance together. She'll ride with them.
She has kind of like, even though she's like a gruff exterior, she does also still have kind of that. It's a scrappy personality, rough and tumble. She's really good at improvising. I don't know. She seems like she kind of has a little bit of everything. Social element. She doesn't always pick up on social cues, so that might be like a part of the game that she's not great at. So, yeah,
that's big. But I was trying to say I think she's a great alliance member.
She would be
literally in the movie. She's a ride or
sure.
Die with her crew.
Yeah.
So if she can get a good crew together, she'll fight for them, go all the way to the end. So we'll see. Holga Kilgore. There you go. Next up is Captain Jack Sparrow. Captain Jack Sparrow, everybody. Here he is. Wow, he's going to be a chaotic element. We have 2 people representing Pirates of the Caribbean here, one on either tribe, and both have experience with some sneaky, what's the word for it? Pulling a fast one on people. That kind of double crossing is the word. That's right.
Yeah,
a lot of double crossing.
Yeah, many. It's the movie. The movies are filled with double crossing. It's like you can hardly keep track of it in the third one.
What can Jack pull out of his bag of tricks next? I don't know. Does he have it in him to be a Survivor winner? This is a cast of 20 people. It's going to take some endurance, and it seems like he could flame out pretty quick. I don't know, but we saw even on display in that in the scene where they did the vote for the what was it? The king of the pirates,
The
or
Pirate
the king
King.
of the pirates,
Hmm.
Monkey D. Luffy.
Yeah,
They did the
Monkey D.
vote,
Luffy. Yeah,
and he did a
yeah,
real quick thinking, pulled the numbers on him, split the vote.
yeah.
It got the
He flipped
desired
the vote right
outcome.
there.
You know.
Yeah.
So everybody else was voting for themselves to be
He,
that, and he put his vote strategically on his closest alliance member. So he's already got
right.
some. He's got kind of a mind for the game.
Jack kind of that is his big strength, right? His is planning things out, and but also being able to improvise at this, at the right moment.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, he plans things out. He's like he plays 4D chess big time. He's planning stuff
Yeah,
out that throughout the whole movie. So all
but
the movies,
but he's also an element of chaos, and he's
big time.
very out there with how wacky he is. So he might just be an element that people would not even want to deal with. Snuff it out real
Yeah.
quick. He is also a good swimmer. He famously
Mhm.
dove into that water and saved Elizabeth
Elizabeth.
in
Yeah.
her very first film. So he can be good in the water challenges. I don't know how much he'll be doing with boats. Now this is based on Micronesia, is what this one is based on. So
Mm.
we're gonna have all the challenges from there. Interesting thing is I've been doing this the past few Tarqaron All-Stars. I turned off medevacs and quits because I
Okay.
feel like it's just, especially when we're doing this, we're trying to theorize like what's going into this, and then just randomly this person medevac, it's like really just takes the wind out of the sails.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is Micronesia, since it had medevacs and quits,
Yeah.
whenever it has that, there's just an empty, like there's no description for the challenge because they didn't actually have one to base it on. So we'll probably have some
Right.
of those in here,
Right. Yeah.
and a meteor cast to get through. But yeah, so I don't. There are some physical challenges in Micronesia. I can't remember exactly what kind of
Mm.
water challenges they had, but yeah, Jack Sparrow. He's gonna be fun to watch. He'll be
Big
some
time.
good confessionals too.
Oh yeah. I mean, he'll stun him. He'll stun
And
him with his whatever he's saying.
yeah, hopefully we get him partnered up with somebody so he can stab him in the back as soon as it benefits him, and that'll be good to see. Next up is another person who's good in water. She's been standing at the edge of the water for as long as she can remember. It's Moana. Moana's here.
Moana, baby,
Moana
from
specifically
Moana
for Moana
2.
2. All right.
Yeah,
She's
where
all
she's
grown up.
basically like a goddess of water.
Becomes a goddess at the end. It's kind of OP. Not gonna lie. It's gonna be OP in the challenges.
Yeah,
But she's got a spirit. She's got a strong spirit, a determination, and she's like
can
another
make
one.
friends.
She can make friends, and she will be like loyal to you
Right.
completely. So I don't see her being very deceptive, but that can often work in Survivor as well. You can be a loyal alliance member and likable enough, you know.
Mm.
So yeah, she'll be fun, and she's got skills for the challenges for sure. She literally is like, she lives on an island, like for the majority of her life she's been on an island, so she's got
Right.
the skills to thrive on this
Yeah,
island-based challenge. Come on.
she's in her element here. That's for sure.
Next up, oh my god, he's got a gun. It's Shadow the Hedgehog. He has got a gun. Here he is.
Is the
Oh my
picture he
gun.
has a gun in his picture? Oh my
Yes.
gun.
Oh my gun.
That's amazing.
Yes. he's got it there. Hopefully someone confiscated that thing. And we'll talk about overpowered though in these challenges. I
Yeah.
remember them saying that about Sonic, and they like lost way too many challenges for Sonic being on their tribe. So,
Yeah, he just he didn't have enough chili dogs to fuel him.
well, yeah.
But
Now that I think about it, yeah, we've had Sonic and Knuckles previously, so
yeah,
Shadow's here.
yeah,
Sonic,
here he is.
if I remember correctly, Sonic got to like third place, like right before Final Tribal, and Knuckles got to second place. I think he lost
I
to
think so,
Vanessa
yeah.
from In the Heights, which is, you gotta
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely is expected.
It's-
But Shadow's here.
yeah.
He's brooding. He's edgy. But I don't know. I don't know what skills does he have for the actual social strategic side of Survivor. You think?
I don't know. Oh, here's the thing: we've got Evil Queen on here, right? Evil Queen.
You can team right up with her. Yeah.
There may be some element where someone's going to remind him of Maria, and his drive to protect Maria will conquer all in that memory. The also once he kind of gets out of his feelings, if he's deep in his feelings, he's deep in his rage. Once he gets out of that, he's a team player. He's pretty good at working together with people. So
that's true. And we've seen him team up, with a couple. He's teamed up with the bad guys, teamed up with the good guys, so he can work. He knows how to work different angles. He can work with different kinds of personalities, for sure. So let's see. We'll see what Shadow can do. So far, very, very good runs from both of our Sonic reps. So we'll see.
Keep
Next
it up, Shadow.
Is Steve. He's mid saying Steve in this picture here. Iconic, one of the rawest line reads in film history, right there.
I
am Steve.
No, I like the where people have like I know we talked about this before, but people have elongated the pause, where he's just kind of sitting there and like,
okay.
It's like poor Jack Black looks like.
I like when he's got his face crunched up, like Steve. Yeah. Iconic.
Well, you had a good time.
He earned the mines, and he's. I don't know.
He's a creative soul. He's creative. He could be problem solving. He could be a builder.
Oh my god, the shelter is over.
He makes himself essential immediately.
Yeah,
that's his thing. But the thing is, people might be bothered by some of his antics, though. He might build a shelter, but then it's just like, why is he saying, let's mine, let's craft, let's Minecraft? Why would you say that?
It might rub some people the wrong way, but at the same time, some people are going to be hyped. Some people are going to be hyped. They're going to be throwing shit whenever he speaks. So you got to give it to him. He's got a certain aura about him. People they hang on to every word. So for better or for worse,
Yeah.
Just imagine if he's in Final Tribal and he's speaking to the jury.
He's gonna sing a song.
People are gonna be throwing their shit. People are gonna be throwing their shit, flipping out when he brings up these iconic.
He's gonna sing a song to defend himself. I'm sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Could he be good in challenges? Like, I don't know how it really works.
Yeah, he doesn't have his tools with him, right? I don't know if he's going to be able to make it work.
A toolless Steve, a materialist Steve. I don't know what he's good for. But if we're gonna say he's good at crafting, he can go around the island and go.
Yeah, he's just
picking up his blocks. He'll be doing that thing. Yeah. Oh man, what an icon. And then rounding out the Throp tribe, it's me. So altogether, the Throp tribe consists of Elphaba, Annie, Evil Queen, George Washington, Holga, Jack Sparrow, Moana, Shadow, Steve, and me.
Right. Wait, you got a bunch of freaks over here. A bunch of freaks.
So
we have some people that have faced like legitimate like are strong trauma. You've got Elphaba, you've got Annie, but then you have like Jack Sparrow and Steve. That's like, okay.
I can't wait to see who's working together in that tribe. I just know George is gonna have his hands all over it too.
George and Shadow the Hedgehog.
George in every alliance. That's right. All right, on the Upland tribe, we have a lot of them they have pairings. So we have Alec over here on Upland tribe.
Me.
Repping the pink. And we got Glinda. Linda. If you're nasty. So it's
if you're sick.
I don't know. Glinda. How do we feel about Glinda is an interesting
Mm,
one here, 'cause she's so used to people giving her way.
right.
She's like privileged, spoiled. She's so high on herself that she doesn't even realize like how like full of herself she is. And then she has these moments where you crack that a little bit, and she's getting more
Mm,
humbled and more gracious and just kind in general. But there's that side of her where like her whole life she's used to getting her way and kind of tone deaf, but she happened to be surrounded by a group of people that were like yes men and hyped her up about everything. So it's hard when you go to Survivor. You want to be self aware. It's a big thing. You want to know your faults as well as your strengths. So that's the biggest thing I would see her struggling with.
yeah. Yeah, hardcore passenger princess though.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that she want to latch on to one of the male allies and just like glide all the way to the top that way.
Mm-hmm.
She has a protection.
She got
She can have it made in the shade and just be brought to the final that way. That could be an angle she plays.
yeah. But we've seen like she can obviously. If you see like Elphaba's the number one ally, she
Mm,
was able to win over Elphaba. They both hated each other, and you can see the
yeah.
same about either of them really. But I mean,
Charisma. She does have a lot of
she has
charisma for
charisma,
sure.
but she could easily rub people the wrong way immediately. And
Yeah.
I could see her immediately being like ostracized. She goes by herself, has a meltdown or whatever. Because she didn't get her way.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
It won't even be like she didn't get her way on one vote. It'll be like she didn't get her way about like stupid tribe decision like around camp. She could probably have a
Right.
meltdown over that. So I don't know. It just depends how much depth we're seeing from her here. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, it's Baby Shark. Doot 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 to do. Baby Shark is here.
Cursed from Baby Shark's
Baby
big movie.
Shark. Now, Baby Shark from Baby Shark's big movie. He's here, and I don't know. I mean, he's good vibes. Um, Catchiest song. I mean, he's got like star power or some shit in that movie. Something. There's something he
Yeah, did
had.
he has like a birthmark that's like a star? Is that
I
that
think he was
is that
born
like
to be
what's
a
going on
star.
there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they had to have licensed that song for this show because he's got nothing else. This is one hit. I don't know. But, what else can be said? There was a big storyline in Baby Shark's big movie about
Yeah.
Finship and his struggle with best Finship with his little buddy, and the struggles they
Mhm.
went through in different pizza eating strategies and whatnot, and coming over their differences and their distance.
Pizza eating. How dare you eat pizza differently than me? That's
Yeah.
true. Um, Maybe a little immature, but like I don't know. Baby Shark still is able to make friends with a lot of different people. You
What's
know,
Baby Shark, like 54 now? I think he's pretty old.
he's
Baby Shark.
he's getting old.
He's
He's
just
getting
always
old.
his name will always be Baby Shark, but he could still
He's not his
be
baby. Yeah.
could be old. I don't know.
So is that his name? Is that his name then? It's just
His name
baby.
is Baby Shark.
Don't put baby in a corner.
That's
Is he
right.
gonna say that?
It
He's
could
nobody.
could be. How many like different C named celebrities will he drop in his little stint here?
God, Glenda more like
Finda.
Finda.
Finda, give me this win. Uh, so
Elphaba more like Dolphin.
Dolphaba, yeah, Dolphaba,
Elphaba.
Dolphaba drop, yeah. I don't know.
Hmm.
Baby Shark. How do you think Baby Shark's gonna do?
I think. Well, here's the thing. I think Baby Shark might be the biggest wild card on this whole
Yeah,
list because it's like, what else has he got? He's got the do. That's all he's got is a little song.
I don't know. I think we
He
have a
jumps
couple more
around.
wild cards coming up in this drive. We'll see.
Well, yeah, maybe, yeah. See, I got stuck with the freaks this time. I guess.
There's
Really,
freaks on all
comes down to it.
sides. Absolutely.
It is. There are freaks to the left of me, jokers to the right.
Well, Baby Shark will
Um.
be good at water challenges as well. A lot of people thrive
Oh,
under water
easy.
here. He's
Yeah.
born and is known and nothing but the water. It's almost the practicality is something we can't really get into in terms of how he even plays this
Mm,
game. But
that's true.
Baby
But I
Shark,
don't. Baby Shark can make friends with adults, and
sure,
you
with the
know,
power of music, absolutely, and the power of
yeah,
kinship. So
yeah,
again, there are a good amount of people. There are some chaotic elements, but there's some good people that if they just get a good friend, a good pal to ride it out with, they're good. They're set.
yeah, yeah.
Next up, another wild card I think is Cursed Jeff Probst, and he's here.
Oh, yes,
He's
the
here
biggest
from Survivor
wild
on the
card.
Nintendo Wii specifically. Now, in the past, we do Survivor every week in the channel. It's a big thing. That's the whole basis of this. Is that, but we've always said no Survivor people beyond here. These are only people that haven't played Survivor just for the fun of it. And then we never had Jeff Probst in here, and we just last year reviewed Survivor on the Wii when we played it in person together. And Cursed Jeff Probst is a very disturbing looking version of Jeff Probst in that game. Is voiced by Jeff Probst, but he's like very. He's got the face plastered on, and he does have this little
Yep.
motion. Tribal Council, which isn't very interesting. Tribal Council. Just don't know how he's gonna fare. I don't know really what he brings.
Yeah. Well, he with if I know one thing's for absolute certain. He really wants us to take a good look at Tina,
Well,
and I think that really that's gonna
it's
be
not
the
gonna help
deciding
him here.
factor.
It's not gonna help him here at all. There's not a single
That's
person
true.
named Tina. Yeah, so in the Survivor game on the Wii, it's basically just stupid, awful mini games, and he always says, "Take a good look at Tina," because Tina is the instructor who shows how to use the Wii remote and
Very poorly,
demonstrates very
I
poorly.
will add.
Yes, but so it's like kind of a Jeff. It's like Jeff Probst, but very like off-putting, like unsettling to watch every time you see him on
Yeah,
screen. Like
yeah. It's
not
like
quite right.
seeing it's like maybe seeing like an unfinished animation
Yeah.
project, like a film student who's like, hey, I'm like an animation student, and they're gonna come by and they'll be like, yeah, here's what I have, this is what I got working on. They're like, oh, okay, the film's out tomorrow, that's in the movie now.
Mm.
Like, so it's just gonna like look like that, so it's just
Yes, it is. It is.
he won't look right.
Let's see, and we only refer to him as Cursed Jeff Probst as his full name. It's Cursed Jeff
Hmm.
Probst every time. We're not going to shorten it to Jeff. It's Cursed Jeff Probst
Nope.
because he's cursed.
He's very cursed for
All
sure.
right, next up's Elizabeth Swan. We mentioned her before. Again,
Okay,
has experience with backstabbing. She's pulled a couple over on a couple people, including Jack himself. She has pulled one over on him before, so that'll be interesting to see if they ever actually get to each other again. With all these pairs, inevitably they're not all going to get to each other in the merge, but it'll be interesting to see which ones do and how that goes. But definitely some potential here. She's lived two very different lives between pre-pirate and post-pirate, and all the very different personalities in both that she's dealt with. So I feel like that experience will lend it to some possible success here.
yeah. Governor's daughter, so she knows the high
The
life, the rich
politicking,
life, the politicking,
absolutely.
the she knows all about that. But then you also have the uh the pirate life
Yeah, which
she's
is
got to deal
not
with. So
far off from politicking in itself. So it's like
yeah.
you got a lot. She's got a lot going on there, and
Hmm.
people. I mean, she does get respect even when like the default is for these people to not respect her just because she's a woman. She does command respect in these different hard environments. So we'll see. She's one to keep an eye on, I think.
Yeah.
Another one to keep an eye on is Grace Puddle from Memoir of a
Mm.
Snail. All right. If you haven't seen Memoir of a Snail, go check it out. Grace Puddle is someone who maybe has dealt with the most tragedy of anyone here. Like just tragedy after tragedy in her life and the people around her, and being like mistreated even when it comes down to her initial husband that she met. And her husband was just in it for the fat fetish and got her fattened up, but she
Yeah.
went on to lose a lot of that weight
Great.
too, and she came out of it better on the other side. Like she's very much like had some hard times, but it's like still
Mm.
coming out with a smile at the end of it. So it's tough.
So she could do pretty well with the rougher elements that we see a lot of Survivor uh, castaways, have
Hmm.
to deal with the elements and sort of breaking down. But she's a tough cookie.
She does have a bit of a shell in terms of
Mm.
she's sees herself as a snail, and naturally she's reserved. She's not like super outgoing, super charismatic. So maybe not the most likely to be. I could see her unfortunately being outcast from like some big alliances, which I hope is not the case because she doesn't need any more being outcasted. But I could see it
No.
unfortunately. We'll see.
Mm.
We'll see. I don't know how she'll be with the challenges though. She could be it could be an easy challenge strength vote early on too.
Mm.
But there
You
she
see
is.
that? See it all the time, all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
Next up is
but
Grumpy. It's Grumpy from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So we have Evil Queen on the other tribe from the live action remake Snow White 2025, and we have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs 1937 Grumpy here.
yeah,
Now it was like big contention between the producers. What dwarf should we cast? What dwarf should we cast? And ultimately, the one who seemed like he would add the most spice, maybe the most drama to a tribe dynamic, it's a guy named Grumpy. You know what he's gonna
yeah.
bring.
He's gonna bring the grumps. He's gonna bring the sass. He's against the wicked wiles.
And it's
Women
yeah,
got wicked
women. He's got
wiles.
some rough history with women that's kind of like
Yeah,
unspoken. He clearly has had
yeah.
a rough past, so he doesn't trust
It's
them fully.
unspoken. Yeah,
But even just like looking at this tribe, like there's a lot of just like kind of nice people, pretty even
yeah.
keeled, and
A lot
so
of nice people
Grumpy.
in the
We need to
Khrushchev
throw
household.
Grumpy in there to fuck up their whole their
The whole
mood
vibe.
and yeah,
But
easygoing vibe.
he could. Here's the thing: is that he could really like that could be the element that the tribe needs to get over being so nice to everyone.
Yeah,
Could be what they need. He could
or
be
they
he could
just
be a leader. Really,
immediately he might just be immediately outcast though. It's like no, we're all
that's true.
chill
That
and
too.
nice. Let's just get this guy out of here.
Let's
He's
get rid of
ruining it.
Grumpy. We ain't Grumpy no
Oh,
more.
grumpy ass. Yeah. But he is a hard worker. So around camp
Yeah.
life, I see him thriving.
Mm,
Hi ho, with the wood in hand.
yeah.
Every time he goes out to grab some supplies, he's singing that song, and that could
Hmm.
irritate people too.
That
But
could or
it's home
or
from
we have
it's home from the challenge we
Glyn,
go.
Glinda and Baby Shark are both very musical people. Saying, they could get into
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
They could
that's
all
right.
get into it.
That's right. But now that I think of it, yeah, when they go back home from tribal council with their torches, Grumpy's gonna be
Oh,
hitting
he's
that
singing it.
hi ho with
Hi
his.
ho!
But
He's
it's like
going
who
back.
else will jump in? Maybe Baby Shark will jump in. Who will Glinda be in with that? We'll see. We'll see.
I would join him.
Oh yeah,
So, and
you'll
I'm
jump.
on
You
this
join
tribe,
in.
so I'd jump in.
You
Yeah,
would work with Grumpy.
I would.
you
He's a kindred
know,
spirit.
it's like one of those guys where like how he works. It's kind of like Shane in Panama, where it's like
Mm,
he's kind of chaotic, but you also kind of know how he operates. Like Suri was able to work with that. Like she knows how he works. So
yeah, yeah,
so you could have that upside, but is necessarily any winner potential? I don't know. We'll
yeah. I
have
don't
to
know.
see something special from Grumpy, I think, for that. Next up, we have Megan. This is Megan from the Until Dawn movie that just came out this year. We reviewed the game a few years ago, and now we reviewed the movie, which is very much not the game, and this character wasn't even in the game. So honestly, we don't know too much about her. She's got some weird sort of psychic abilities that are kind of inexplicable, even
Yeah,
in the movie.
just omens and weird stuff going on around her. I don't know.
One thing you can give her is that she has died so many times. She has been through it. I mean, that's some other trauma too. I think dying multiple times in horrible ways.
I mean, yeah, definitely. So I guess when you bring that to it, then it's like, wow, she's been through a lot. She can, you know, she can withstand a lot. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And so obviously,
So,
again, another person who had a solid group of friends. They all seemed to like her, and she
hmm
got along well with them and rode with them, and it's pretty
her
loyal.
her premonitions might come in handy though for challenges. You know, just saying, she could have an
Yeah.
idea what's
Yeah.
going on there. You know.
Especially if you have to react to something the other tribe's doing, or
Mm.
yeah, absolutely. So next we have Nani coming to you from Lilo and Stitch, which we just reviewed right before this. This is the original Lilo and Stitch. We're doing Tarqaron All-Stars right before the cutoff, where the live action Lilo and Stitch will be next week. So Nani is here with her thickness. She's absolutely here, and
Yeah, we didn't really talk too much
we
about that in the review,
can
but
talk about that.
very we didn't, but we can talk about it here.
One of the Disney
um,
babes of all time.
oh, big time, yeah.
So she's fun. I mean, she's gonna draw people in for sure. She's got a fun personality to her.
She's very scrappy. You know, she really wants to. She aims to please. She aims to do whatever she can to provide and support for people that are close to her. She can form alliances. You know, yeah, she's a very likable person. So
But she doesn't play. I'm not thinking of the scene where she's like Stitch. She's like, Stitch, where is she? I know you can talk now. I know you can
yeah,
talk. She's like,
yeah.
okay, okay, and she
And then
just
she freaks
blasts
out.
him anyway.
Yeah.
She freaks out because he started speaking.
Because he starts
Yeah,
talking.
but yeah, she can butt heads. Like she butt heads with her sister so much, but at the end of the day, it's
Mm,
all love, you know, and you
yeah.
know there's a love underneath it all. So maybe she can have that similar sort of someone she can bring under her wing and be like, I see my sister in you, you know.
hmm
But yeah, absolutely, Nani. And last, but most certainly not least, surrounding out the Upland tribe is the conductor from the Polar Express. Now this, you said, who do you say was the biggest wild card?
Who did I say? Baby Shark? I think I said Baby Shark.
No.
But
Oh
I think
yeah,
this
maybe.
actually
Yeah,
might be
but I
the
was gonna
truth.
say the conductor is the biggest wild card. I don't even know what his
Yeah.
deal is. This is the North Pole, of course. All aboard! Yeah, that's what we know from the conductor. He punches tickets, and he's got a good way. He's pretty talented with punching tickets. I'll give him that.
He's talented. He's a little bit of an artist. He's got a very can-do attitude. He's a bit of a leader. He's kind of no
Sure.
nonsense. So he might be he might be good at trying to get people online, you know.
Is it a similar sounding
But
voice to Santa Claus? I don't know what's up with that.
he does, yeah. I don't know, and also the hobo too, got similar sounding voice to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and in
he's a
fact,
true
the
wild
conductor
card.
even it's weirdly enough the conductor also looks a lot like the boy's father in Side Profile.
Okay.
He
Wow.
kind of looks a little like Tom Hanks. I don't know.
Yeah, that
I'm
might
just
be
throwing it
like
out there.
might just
Just
be
throwing
that guy.
it out there.
The conductor is the biggest one where he can come in here and really define himself. He can make a name for himself here. Really doesn't have a name. He's just the conductor. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't know anything about him. He can really mold this game however he wants. I don't have any expectations one way or another from him. So could be out first and then it's like, all right, well, got nothing. Or it could be an iconic winner. You don't know.
Yeah,
All right.
hard saying, not knowing.
That's right. So without further ado, let's kick off Tarqaron
Let's
All-Stars
get
6.
let's get this underway. I'm excited.
All right, the twist, the opening twist in Micronesia, if you remember, there's a hidden on the island across the lagoon are two individual immunity idols, one for each tribe. The first person from each tribe to find the tribe's idol is safe at their first visit to tribal council. This is big. This is big.
It's pretty big, yeah.
So from the Throp tribe, Annie gets the immunity for her first tribal council. And on the Upland tribe, Grumpy won immunity for his first tribal council. So Grumpy
Awesome.
kind of maybe the Yow Man in that position there. Maybe he bashed someone's head that had found it
Yeah.
earlier.
He smashed
Who's the
Chris
Johnny
Jeff
Fair play?
Probst.
Chris Jeff
He
Probst.
Probst
God.
head gets bashed. No,
So
no.
Annie and Grumpy, we will not be seeing them go home first, or in either the
Yeah.
first tribal councils period that they go to.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. No alliances, obviously, but we're gonna go right into an immunity challenge.
Okay.
All right. Reinventing the wheel. Both teams will race to assemble 4 puzzle wheels and attach them to a cart in which 2 of their tribe mates will ride, pushing the cart through a series of obstacles to a finished platform. Tribes will then disassemble the puzzle wheels and use them to complete a turnstile. All right. And so the winner of the first immunity challenge is the Upland tribe. That's Alex.
Okay.
Alex, little cursed tribe. That's right.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah.
Dang.
Dang.
Uh-oh. It's gonna be me first.
It's always a little nerve-wracking.
So, again, it's weird with these simulations. For the drama, you think you would go back to the winning tribe first and then go to the losing tribe. But we're just going to go to the losing tribe first. And the only thing that happens on Throp Tribe is that George Washington and Zach bond slightly. And that's it. Just get us in there. I got to get in good with George.
Yeah, I mean, you have the privilege of being George Washington. I mean, you get to try to bond a little bit with him.
Yeah. I'm assuming, in our reality, we don't know that we've played. I don't know how that works.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think we determined last time that we kind of forget the memory that we played before.
Like, would we know everybody and all their motivations going into it? It's pretty big upper hand.
Yeah, it would be,
because it could be like, oh, I'll just snuggle up with the presidential survivor winner, and he's gonna do well. But that's it for the Throp tribe. So that's all. We have nothing to go off of going into our tribal council. But we're first going to go over to the Upland tribe. Cursed Jeff Probst and Glinda have a small fight.
She probably thinks it's very creepy how he looks. She
straight up, yeah. She
yeah,
probably
just straight
say
up.
That. Yeah, you're creepy.
Yeah, he's just creepy. Your name is Cursed Jeff Probst, for crying out loud.
Cursed Jeff Probst. How do you spell that? Yeah. And then we have Baby Shark and Elizabeth Swan have a minor disagreement. You think it's something to do with like how to set up the camp or something?
Yeah.
Or she doesn't like the singing. He probably went right in with the singing.
Probably the singing. It's the singing.
No subtlety with this guy.
He's got the song stuck in everyone's head already, and she just doesn't want anything to do with it.
Such an earworm. It is such an earworm. Yeah. Baby Shark to do. Yeah. And then Glinda and Grumpy have a major fight. Now that I believe.
Well, that I buy that. I buy that big time.
So opposite vibes. But Glinda really getting in 2 fights already. I'm kind of not surprised. Again, like I said, she could rub people the wrong way. But then her and Grumpy couldn't pick more polar opposites right there.
Pretty much.
Yeah, just whole attitude. Probably Grumpy's just attitude around camp because he's all about work ethic, and just get work done. Glinda's going to be horrible around camp. She's not going to want to lift a finger,
No way.
So he's like, you lazy piece of shit woman. Saying some vile stuff about women, probably.
You're wicked wiles.
Yeah. So there's like drama going over here, but meanwhile, we're going to go to tribal council with my tribe that has nothing going on except for me and George.
Nothing happening.
Doesn't do us any good for this vote either. It's like that's no numbers.
This better be some chaos voting.
Votes,
that's all I'm saying.
Because a lot of times it'll be like there's nothing going on. There's no alliances, but these people all happen to like everybody's on the same page. So it's weird.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to tribal council. Annie has immunity from the vote. It's her first tribal council. She'll use that up right here. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play it, now's the time to do so. No one stands. I'll read the votes. Moana.
Okay.
George. That's one vote Moana, one vote George. George Washington. That's 2 votes George, 1 vote Moana. Moana. That's 2 votes George, 2 votes Moana. George Washington. That's 3 votes George, 2 votes Moana. Evil Queen. That's 3 votes George, 2 votes Moana, 1 vote Evil Queen. Moana. That's 3 votes George, 3 votes Moana, and 1 vote Evil Queen. Evil Queen. Evil Queen. That's 3 votes Evil Queen, 3 votes George, and 3 votes Moana, 1 vote left. Oh, wow. It's a 3-way. 3 of them have 3 votes. It's down to 1 vote.
That's going to be
the
Steve.
first person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars 6. Evil motherfucking Queen. The tribe has
they clocked her. They clocked her.
Clocked her. Something about her is not going to be good vibes. Evil Queen. Yeah.
You know, she's probably bossing people around in George Washington. She probably had. Let's see. What were her squad?
What the hell,
be?
though? Yeah. What? But even the squad, like, are they really that split, or is there some sort of like split plan in place?
Yeah.
That, like, everybody was in on it against Evil Queen, except for like whatever she voted for.
Maybe.
So Evil Queen voted for Moana. Who else do you think voted with her? Two other people voted with her against Moana.
Olga and you. That's my random guess. I don't know.
I did. I voted with Evil Queen against Moana and
Okay.
Elphaba.
Oh, okay.
Elphaba is like, all right, I'll be an Evil Queen with her. I'll be the Wicked Witch and the Evil Queen.
Sure, let's go.
I don't know how I got it on the mix.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you just sort of like, this isn't fair. Moana has control of the ocean.
Because like me and George bonded, but meanwhile George was on the right side of the vote. He voted for Evil Queen along with Annie, Holga, and Shadow. So they all got Evil Queen. And that leaves Jack Sparrow, Moana, and Steve voted for George Washington. How dare you? Okay, so
that's
wow.
Crazy.
I can't even wrap my head around what just happened.
It's 3-3 with 1 vote left. That's
so a 4-3-3 vote for the first tribal council. Crazy.
What's crazy?
Because
I can already hear Jeff being like, "Well, one thing's for certain: this tribe very divided."
Because that's the thing that's concerning to me is that unless Moana was the backup vote, all right. So say maybe a bunch of us were in on it.
Yeah.
Let's hope that I'm in on it because it's hard to make sense of. Because it's Annie, George, Holga, and Shadow. George was one of the people that voted for the Evil Queen, and then I voted with the Evil Queen to vote Moana. But maybe me and Elphaba were just voting with her as a backup to cover our asses.
Maybe because she might have come to you and been like, "Oh, I need this. I need numbers against."
Or Elphaba and Evil Queen, like a duo.
Oh, maybe, maybe
tagged in there. I don't know.
Yeah,
because then there's Jack Sparrow, Moana, and Steve voted for George Washington. What the hell? Wow, the dynamics need to be explored. That's why it would help to know who's working with each other. They don't like to tell us until like three votes later. The suspiciously people are voting together for no reason. All right, we'll move on. There were no alliances with the Throp tribe, and Grumpy still has immunity for this next tribal council in the Upland tribe. The immunity challenge: smash and grab. What is this? A Puss in Boots: The Last Wish inspired challenge? You're the smash. I'm the grab. 5 castaways are chosen to swim one at a time to a platform, grab a club, and leap off the platform to smash a tile that releases a key. The swimmer then retrieves the key and swims back to shore with it, allowing the next tribe mate to go out. Once the 5 keys are collected, another castaway uses the keys to open a locked box containing a set of puzzle pieces that form a map of Micronesia. Then the 3 other castaways put the puzzle together. And the Throp tribe wins immunity. All right, that's what we like to see. Don't just blow us out of the water here. We won immunity. And now they must send 1 player from each tribe to Exile Island.
This is exile time, yeah.
Okay. So is this...
I called this one Dive Bar Clubbin'.
Dive Bar Clubbin', yeah. I get you. So was it the first challenge that the winning tribe got to pick 1 from each tribe, and then they did the spin on it where the loser picks... Or no,
yes,
I'm just thinking of Tocantins. No, that wasn't until Tocantins. That's right. Micronesia always picked 1 from each tribe. So we choose from Upland Tribe. We send Elizabeth Swan to Exile Island.
Mm.
I think she'll do fine there.
Yeah.
And we also, from our tribe, we sent Steve. That's right. I think Steve
Steve
also seems like he could be fine on Exile. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both people that are good at situations where they are in an unusual circumstance.
Yeah, Steve can get
They're
the crafts in
alone.
real quick. Like
Yeah.
he'll be set up. He won't be just like laying out in the rain.
Yeah, he just builds a dirt shelter. Yeah, that's all he's got to do.
Meanwhile, on Exile, Elizabeth and Steve are on Exile Island. That's right, they're there together. So Elizabeth and Steve get some bonding. Are they going to try to form a little Exile? Well, Exile Alliance didn't get tried until Tocantins. Micronesia, really, it was just like they would go out looking together for the idol. And
Yep.
but maybe it'll be different here.
Maybe.
Over on the Throp tribe. Okay, so no, this happens to work out where we're going to the winning tribe first. The Throp tribe, the only thing that happens is that Annie and George have a small fight.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's probably a big culture clash for George.
Yeah.
George.
Yeah.
George doesn't like the way she handles herself.
Yeah.
The way she
George is
holds
a
herself
little
on
like,
camp.
oh.
And also women want power. What's going on here?
There's
a lot
women.
going on with George.
No, yeah.
Women want to have a say.
A little bit.
It's crazy.
Women want to have a say. They want to vote.
This woman doesn't want to cook right now. I mean, this is crazy. The different times. Yeah. George. That's what I'm saying. George may be a little out of his depth here.
Man out of his time. That's for sure. Yeah.
So they just have a small fight, and now we'll go to Upland Tribe before they go to Tribal Council. Grumpy will have immunity for next Tribal Council. Glinda and Grace have a small fight. Who is not going to have a fight with Glinda?
Glinda's really just not making friends out here.
Or Grace. Of course she wouldn't get along with Grace either. She's too timid and not self-confident enough. Easy target.
She's sad. She's sad and not upbeat like her,
And then, but also Grace and Megan have a major fight. I mean, what's the deal? Doesn't really bode well for Grace. That's all we got going into Tribal Council, but I hope it's not so. No. I mean, I didn't want it to immediately just be Grace's outcasted like that. I don't know what is it about Megan. They couldn't mess with Grace either. Dang. Maybe she was just being a little negative. She might be a little negative around camp, like mopey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Megan might have had a vision about a spiral of some kind. I don't know. A shell getting crushed, and she didn't appreciate that.
Yeah, okay. Or she sees her like making him lose future challenges. All right, let's go to Tribal Council. Hopefully it doesn't end up being you randomly now.
Yeah, be like, and Alex out of here.
Last time Evil Queen went, so. Grumpy has immunity from the vote. It's time to vote. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they like to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First vote, Grace. Alec.
Oh my God!
You sweating now? You sweating now?
Yeah,
it's like the edit. It's like they've been painting it as Grace the whole time.
Exactly.
Alec. That's 2 votes. Wow. Alec. 1 vote's Grace. Grace. 2 votes. Alec. 2 votes. Grace. 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 That's 4 votes. Grace. 2 votes. Alec. 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 That's 4 votes. Alec. 4 votes. Grace. 2 votes left.
Why?
Grace. That's 5 votes. Grace. 4 votes. Alec. 1 vote left. The second person put it out of Tarqaron All-Stars is Gracie. Oh.
Grace.
That was a close call. I thought it was going to be a tie shenanigans.
Yeah, I almost thought it was going to be too. Do a fire making challenge.
Yeah, see, this is crazy because it's kind of like the vibe I got when Grace was on the cast. That she might be the first out.
Yeah. Why me? What have I done?
I don't know. So we're gonna see who voted with Grace here.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Maybe I've been getting along with. If I've been singing along with Baby Shark, then maybe that could be it. But maybe Baby Shark voted for
Baby
me.
Shark voted for you.
Oh, okay.
Baby Shark, Elizabeth Swan, and Grumpy voted with Grace against you.
Why? That's so weird.
And so Alec, Cursed Jeff Probst, Glinda, Megan, Nani, and the conductor all voted for Grace. Okay.
I can see Glinda. I can see her clocking the popular crowd, and me being like, "Ooh, I'll try to get on some of that." I guess I'm
Yeah.
hanging out with the conductor. Me and him are just
Yeah.
hanging around, and
So that leaves Baby Shark, Elizabeth, and Grumpy on the outs here. Of this vote, at least. No alliances, of course, though. No alliances.
No
whatsoever.
alliances. Yeah, none at all.
All right, I was getting worried for you there.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I was close.
They tried to. There was actually a potential there. It wasn't like just a full misdirect. Like maybe Alec, and you get one vote from Grace. No, you had some votes. Over the Throp tribe, there's no alliances. And Upland tribe, there's no alliances. Go to the reward challenge. It's Beach Bash. In a playing area similar to a football field, the tribes start at opposite ends of the playing field with 3 canvas bags. The tribes have to battle their way to the end zone. This is the one where James ended up like dragging someone. Yeah. So this is for reward. The Upland tribe wins reward. They win 3 sets of items chosen from a catalog by the tribe. They must send 1 player from each tribe to Exile Island. From the Throp tribe, they chose Holga. All right. And from your own tribe, you sent Nani. Okay.
Okay.
So we're at least mixing it up. We're not sending
own.
the same people every time.
Yeah.
Nani found a hidden immunity idol on Exile Island. That sounds about right. Second episode or third episode. Yeah.
Yep.
So Holga and Nani are out there. They probably actually were duking it out trying to find that thing. But if it was a strength thing, Holga would get it. But Nani, because he had to go from like back and forth on these islands and stuff, she can get that.
She knows how to do that pretty well, for sure.
It's time for the immunity challenge. It's called Nut Bucket.
That was the name of that's what they called it.
That seems like a different thing.
Lax in the boat. That's what I called it.
2 women and 2 men from each tribe hold onto ropes that support a large net. One at a time, the other castaways will attempt to toss coconuts into the other tribe's net. The tribe who holds up their net for the longest time wins the challenge.
Coconut pile up. That's what I called it.
And the Upland tribe wins immunity.
All right. Let's go. Let's freaking go.
I don't see it. Like, you guys don't really have that much strength. I feel like we should have won that easy, but
yeah, you have Holga and
especially
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Especially, you have 2 women and 2 men. You have a strong woman like Holga, and then you have like superpowered beast Shadow. Who else you could have had out there? Come on.
Yeah, we have freaking Cursed Jeff Probst and the conductor over here.
Yeah. We're going to Throp tribe, which is the tribe that'll actually be going to immunity or tribal council. Over in the Throp tribe, Moana and Shadow have a major fight.
Oh,
that's big. That's big right there.
Okay, yeah, big time. Wow.
I mean,
Shadow, why? What's going on there, buddy?
I can't see that. I can't see them really getting along. Like,
no.
He broods, and she just like looks at the edge of the water and is hopeful. Like,
right.
They have different attitudes about things. And he's got a gun, and it's just she's not used to being around that.
No, it's just this energy is just
kind of makes you think it would just make people uncomfortable in general. You just always
maybe
holding that gun.
I can see the fight being about so Shadow could probably he can go really fast. He could probably dash across the water. In fact, we see him in the movie dashing across the water. But Moana thinks that's really disrespectful to the water, because she can commune with it. So they have a big fight about that.
Yeah, I can see it. And then Holga and Jack Sparrow have a minor disagreement. I can see that too.
It's probably about language in some way. Jack's probably doing some weird wordplay stuff, and Holga just doesn't get it.
You think?
Holga just doesn't like his nonsense.
Holga
Can't stand
strikes me as someone who likes a straight shooter, and Jack Sparrow is really
Yep.
not that. He's very
Not at all.
shifty. Probably not someone she would look to work with. God forbid we make an alliance in this game, but not yet.
God forbid we make an alliance.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Wait till the merge.
What the hell's going on? There have been some of these that we've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there have been some of these that we've done that have made alliances. They're just like 5-person alliances right off the bat. And it's like, what?
But usually there's none, but then you'll suspiciously see the same few people voting the same way.
Yeah. So it's
over on the Upland tribe, Alec bonds strongly with the conductor.
I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. Me and Tom Hanks just hanging out.
Yeah, you can't even
We're just
he's just like a guy.
Yeah.
You don't even know what they could be talking about. A couple of guys.
We're just I talked to him about trains. I think trains are cool, and I just get him going.
Yeah.
I just get him going about it, and
Yeah.
I tell him about there's a house that I go to, and one of the places I service where the guy there collects a bunch of train memorabilia.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like his yard is full of like old like lights and crossing signs and like a bunch of stuff. It's really cool.
And the conductor's like, oh, one of those things might be like a magical thing from Santa. Take a close look at it. Yeah. So then an alliance has formed between Alec, the conductor, and Megan.
Oh, cool.
Wow. What
Their psychic powers. Santa granted you those magic powers.
You think so? Maybe.
Maybe.
Everything points to, maybe everybody's like powers that they have in this island all points to Santa at the end of the day.
All points to, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
The conductor's always going to think that because that's his worldview. That's all he knows.
That's his worldview.
Like, oh, magical witch shit. That's Santa. Surely
that's
Santa.
Clearly. Clearly.
All right, nice little trio. But we're gonna go to tribal council with Throp Tribe. Always gonna be nervous, especially when we have nothing to go on. So it could be anyone.
I know. It's horrifying.
Me and George already got some votes. We didn't even vote the same way. I don't know if we're even on the same page. All right. But there were some fights between other people, hopefully. Not a misdirect. I can stay out of the crossfire, maybe. All right. It's time to vote. If anyone has a hidden immunity item they'd like to play, now's the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First vote. George. Shadow. It's one vote George, one vote Shadow. Jack Sparrow. It's one vote George, one vote Shadow, one vote Jack. Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow. That's 3 votes Jack, 1 vote George, 1 vote Shadow. 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 That's 3 votes Jack, 3 votes Shadow, 1 vote George, 2 votes left. Shadow the Hedgehog. That's 4 votes Shadow, 3 votes Jack, 1 vote George, and 1 vote left.
The ultimate life form is going to go home?
Jack. It's a tie. 4 votes Jack, 4 votes Shadow, 1 vote George.
Who's the spoiler for George?
That could ruin the whole thing. Well, we're going to revote, so that 1 vote will probably decide it.
Yeah.
There's a tie and a revote. Those in the tie will not revote unless no one received votes on the original vote. All right. First vote. All right, so how many votes were we looking for here? Probably. So there was
6.
There was 9 votes originally.
Oh, 9. So and
you take
7
out
votes, right?
Jack and Shadow. Yeah, 7 votes here. So it'll take 4. Jack. Jack. Shadow. Shadow. That's 2 votes Jack, 2 votes Shadow. Shadow. Jack. That's 3 votes Jack, 3 votes Shadow, 1 vote left. The third person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars 6, Jack Sparrow. The tribe is
Oh,
smoking.
the ultimate life form still is around, baby.
Yeah. See, he was just too
Oh, Jack
much.
Sparrow.
They didn't want to deal with it.
Wow.
They didn't want to deal with him.
Yeah, his shenanigans too
He
much.
didn't even
The
get a
mind
chance to
games. He's
cook.
trying to do something.
Didn't even get a chance
No,
to
he
cook.
really didn't. Not even.
All right, so let's see who voted.
What? Hmm.
Let me make sure.
Who's the spoiler in that first vote? That's what I want to know.
Right. Annie voted for George Washington. She was the one who voted for George Washington.
She was really upset about some of his snide comments.
Yeah,
that
she must
snide
have said some
comments.
really messed up stuff.
Yeah.
And so initially, Elphaba, Holga, Shadow, and Steve voted for Jack. And then Annie voted for Jack on the revote. So George, Jack, Moana, and me, we voted for Shadow. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So me and George we were on the same page seemingly. Maybe we both knew last time. And yeah, but now we just find ourselves on the wrong side of the votes here. Not good.
Yeah. Not great.
Annie, we needed to get Annie on our side, and we didn't.
I know. She's very upset.
So me, Moana. It's just me, Moana, and George now left, right?
Yeah.
They're on the outs.
In that little click.
There are no alliances in the Throp tribe, and there is Nani has the hidden immunity idol on the Upland tribe, and Alec, Megan, and the conductor have an alliance. The alliance of the game. 4 episodes in, it's the alliance. Reward challenge called Diver Down. 4 members of each tribe would swim out to a floating platform. One at a time, Castaway would dive down to a 30-foot long steel cage that contained coconuts painted in tribe colors and with letters on them. The coconuts would have to be placed in a floating bin, and the bin pulled back to shore. And they would unscramble a word puzzle at the end.
Alpha Swim is what I called this one.
This is the one where they sent out Ozzy to prep the coconuts for the next person, while he was doing his.
Yeah.
Upland tribe wins reward.
Hey.
They win 3 chicken hens and 1 rooster, along with chicken feed. That's right.
Hell yeah.
They must send 1 player from each tribe to Exile Island. They chose Elphaba from the Throp tribe, and they chose Nani again from Upland tribe. And now we know, as the viewer, that they're going there for no reason, because Nani has the idol already.
That's right.
But of course, send Elphaba off by herself too. Immunity challenge time. Crosswalk. 6 tribe members would race to 6 point, sliding hub and harness themselves in. The 6 would then pass around a key ring to find a key their individual lock that secured the hub to a stand. Once unlocked, the hub would have to be maneuvered through the forest where 6 puzzle piece necklaces were hanging on trees. 2 remaining tribe mates would use the necklaces as keys on a decoding wheel, which would decode a 3-word phrase. And the winners of the immunity challenge. Yeah.
I called this one Key and Wheel. Like Key and Peele, but Key and Wheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The winners of this immunity challenge are the Upland tribe.
Hey, let's go.
No, not good for me.
That's not good for you, though.
In the minority on this tribe.
You're sweating hard. That's true. Maybe you can do something. Maybe pull something.
On the Throp tribe, Moana and Steve have a major fight.
Oh. What's going on?
Well, Steve is probably pretty cocky about his abilities. And she's like, well, I know this kind of land way better than you do. Like, what do you know about this? You're in some weird block land type shit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any... Yeah, you're not pulling your weight, Steve. You know, you're a big guy, but you're not doing it, you know?
Yeah.
You're pulling your weight.
And yeah. You could not be...
I mean, what more is there to say? I don't know.
He's not a Dwayne Johnson material for her.
It's true.
And then Elphaba and Zach have a major fight.
Oh, great. That's great. I love to see it. What are you doing, Zach? Why are you so upset at her?
So,
or why is she upset at you?
Yeah. It's me. She's going to have a whole singing song for me. She's going to freaking go off. Dang. Oh man, you hate to see a major fight right before tribal council. Be one of the two
That's
major
the
fights
worst.
and nothing else is going on in your tribe. Where was Elphaba? I thought Elphaba was kind of on the outs in the beginning, but I guess maybe it was a strategic thing. Maybe everybody was against the evil queen for the most part, and we were both in on it. And now she's more in the in crowd than I am. Right?
You haven't been able to make inroads there.
So I don't like that. But Moana and Steve. Wait, so Steve and Moana, they were on the outs though with me, right? Is that right? I think so.
I think so.
Because now I'm thinking, wow, that's even worse for me. Because they're fighting, they're already in the minority. It doesn't matter. Elphaba is fighting with me. I'm one of the people who can go home, and she's seemingly one of the people more in a good position. I don't like that.
No.
Let's go to tribal council. Oh wait, no, we gotta go to the Upland tribe first. Before
That's
we
right.
go to
Yeah, we
tribal
gotta
council.
go swing back over
Ultimate
here.
Suspense. Nani has a hidden immunity idol. Grumpy and Nani bond slightly.
Okay.
I like it.
The power couple? Is that what's going on here? Power couple?
I like it. They could complement each other nicely.
Yeah.
You know,
They could kind of. Yeah.
he could have. He could be the sister she's looking for to butt heads with.
Yeah.
Baby Shark and Nani have a small fight though.
Oh.
Baby
okay.
Shark's like the Stitch. You know, they fight.
Yeah, and he's still singing his stupid song.
That's all he does.
I think Nani appreciates Grumpy's working song as opposed to Baby Shark's all the time song.
Yeah,
You know,
the two different songs, two different sing-songers, different sides of her. Yeah,
because Nani appreciates some tunes. You know,
yeah, she does. And just so we're aware, Curse Jeff Probst is impressing the rest of the team, as he should.
he's doing his Jeff Probst impersonation, and we all love it. We're all like, "Whoa, he's impressing the rest of what with." Take a good look at Tina.
Take a good look at me, guys.
You take a good look at me, guys.
Doing some stuff around the camp. Yeah. And an update on the alliance of the game.
Oh no! Oh no!
Megan left the alliance.
Why?
She's like, you guys are weird. All you talk about is trains. And you're like, yeah, that's the only thing he'll talk about. But I have to.
I have to
like,
try something.
I don't get it. I don't have one train thing to even talk about.
I love this. I love this. Left the alliance.
Yeah, I love the leaving. You don't really see that on Survivor so much, you know. It doesn't really benefit you to openly just leave an alliance. You know?
No,
you just like you can at least you placate them, and then you tell us like I'm not actually with these guys.
It's a really bad idea to just out and out leave an alliance.
I guess it's possible that's what it means. There's just not that subtlety in Brand Steel. It's like, oh, they still think she's in the alliance, but she's not really in the alliance. But I don't know.
Yeah. It's funny to imagine it's like an open.
Yeah, I can't do this anymore. I tried for half a day. This is a lot.
I can't do that.
Over here with the rest of the people not in the alliance. You two can be the only alliance in the game. That's it. See how that gets you. Anyway, that's unrelated to tribal council, which we're going to now. Which I'll probably just get voted out unceremoniously.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play it, now's the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First vote, George. How many times is George going to get votes?
Yeah, George.
Elphaba. That's one vote George, one vote Elphaba. Elphaba. That's 3 votes Elphaba, 1 vote George. George. That's 3 votes Elphaba, 2 votes George. Elphaba. That's 4 votes Elphaba and 2 votes George. 2 votes left. The 4th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars 6. Elphaba. It's me. She could sing the whole song at the end of Defying Gravity there.
She
could, gotta find me to the message. Say, okay, damn. Everyone deserves a chance to fly and all that.
Yeah.
So
That's her exit song. Is she's
exactly.
going away?
Big moment. Like that's a
Big
iconic
moment.
Survivor exit right there.
Yeah.
But so Shadow voted with her for just George Washington. Inexplicably.
Yeah.
Maybe I can just give myself credit for this because me and Elphaba had a fight, and I'll just say I just rallied all the troops against her.
Yeah. You're just like, she made me look like bad. She made me look really bad. And you see her green face. She's just evil.
Green
She's just evil.
skin. It's a manifestorium of her wicked
Yeah, that's right.
heart.
That's right.
I don't know.
That's what you said. Yeah. You spin it and in some sort of way, just be like,
No,
or she said
no, I
something
wouldn't
like
do
so
that.
over the top. No, you wouldn't do that. But she said something so over the top. Everyone's just like, no, we're on your side, Zach.
But she is a threat, though. Like, so I can take a stupid
Yeah.
fight and make it into something because she is a threat. She's
Yeah.
definitely someone who can
Yeah.
win people over. She's like you think she's the odd one out. Next thing you know, she's your best friend and you're singing songs. So
Right. That could have been. Yeah, you could have been like, yo, she's unpredictable. You know.
but that's the
How
thing with
long
these
can we?
alliances that we don't have.
And she went to exile. She went to exile that one time.
Could
So
have
it's
the
like,
idol. This
I
is the
think
time.
you could. Yeah, this is the time to
Alliance
surprise
idol.
her. She might have that idol. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing with not
Taking
having
advantage of that place.
alliances is like it's so hard to track. Like I thought I was on the outs clearly from the last the last vote, but then now everybody is together but her and Shadow. Her and Shadow are a secret duo.
Yeah, just like
voting George
randomly.
Washington. So is George Washington gonna get votes the whole time? Like
Yeah, just
gonna
like
be the one that
George.
always like gets the vote thrown at them on their way out. There was someone like that in the past season or two who would do that.
I feel like I always got votes against me last season.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was. I was always like, "Why are you voting for? Why do you have to keep making me nervous?"
So we're down to 7 on the Throp tribe and 9 on the Upland tribe. Please, can we not lose this? Oh my God, it's the twist. Oh, I think we're doing a tribe swap, baby. We're not ready. We are not ready.
No, that was no.
The tribes stand together, and a captain is randomly chosen from each tribe. That's right, because that's when Troy gets picked, and Troy doesn't exist. Yeah, that's
Right, Troy.
So the captains that were randomly chosen from each tribe were Glinda for the Upland tribe, fittingly. Elphaba's not here anymore, so it's Annie from the Throp tribe.
Okay.
So they'll begin a schoolyard pick, selecting from the other tribe if possible. Glinda chooses George Washington for the new Upland tribe. It's like, yeah, you're more my speed, George Washington.
Yeah, there we go, George. Come
Maybe
over here, George.
purely tribe strength, maybe. She might be sleeping on Shadow the fucking Hedgehog, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Then then Annie chooses the conductor for the new Throp tribe.
Oh, my boy here.
George then picks Megan for the new Upland tribe. The
Okay.
conductor chooses Zach. Megan chooses Steve. Zach chooses Elizabeth. Steve chooses Baby Shark. Elizabeth chooses Shadow. Baby Shark chooses Holga. Shadow chooses Cursed Jeff Probst.
Where am I?
Holga
What's going
chooses
on
Nani.
here?
Cursed Jeff Probst chooses Moana. Nani chooses Grumpy. And then Moana chooses Alec.
Oh, okay.
Chooses.
Yeah, she gets stuck with me. Gee, Alec, you seem like you're on low on the pecking order.
But yeah, there's
Thanks,
a lot of
Chris
picks
Jeff
there,
Probst.
so I just want to see what the what it shapes up to be now. All right. So on the Throp tribe, we got 4 Throps and 4. Okay, oh wow, wait, huh? That's weird how that works out, huh? There's 4 Throps and 4 Uplands on the Throp tribe,
Okay.
and there's 3 Throps and 5 Uplands on the Upland tribe. So on the Throp tribe, we have from your tribe, Alec, Cursed Jeff Probst, Elizabeth Swan, and the conductor. So you got your duo there still. And from my tribe, Zach, Annie, Moana, and Shadow. Okay. I mean, that's tribe strength in here. There's tribe strength in here out the wazoo. And we're together.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't had too
I don't know if
many
we're
like
gonna.
good tribe swaps where we end up on the same tribe pre-merge.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Did that happen last time though? Didn't it? Didn't something like that happen? I'm trying to remember. I guess it didn't. We think we came together during the last.
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember.
So over on the Upland tribe, we had the three Throps, George Washington, Holga, and Steve. And Baby Shark, Glinda, Grumpy, Megan, and Nani from the Upland tribe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So George is gonna have to fight for his life some more over there. Absolutely in the minority once again. Interesting. Okay.
He's outgunned and outmanned, outnumbered and outplanned.
The only alliance on the Throp tribe is between you and the conductor now. On the Upland tribe, Nani has the hidden immunity idol. And now we're going to a reward challenge. Cat and mouse. The tribes would divide into pairs that are harnessed together, taking turns around. One pair from each tribe would chase a pair from the other tribe through an obstacle course. That's right. That's right. That's where what's his actual name? Joel was dragging Chet like a rag doll with no regard for him. I hit my head back there. I know. Or, I don't care. I know.
But yeah, I don't care. I don't know. Flag tag frenzy is what I called it.
Sure. And the Throp tribe wins reward. We need to win immunity. Now we can fully root for our tribe to win immunity for our own sake.
Yeah.
So Bowie won steak, sausage, vegetables, spices, and wine. Absolutely.
That's pretty good.
Now immunity challenge. A stone's throw. 4 members from each tribe would alternate at throwing rocks at hanging tiles. When the tile is broken, it would drop a bundle of puzzle pieces. 3 tribe members in a direction caller would assemble a color-coded puzzle from the pieces. And the Upland tribe wins immunity.
Oh no! Oh no! Tile tower takedown is what I called that one.
All right. Well, over on the Throp tribe, which is going to be the one that matters for us, Moana and Shadow find something in common. You remind me of Maria.
It's gotta be. That's gotta be the reason.
That's what they have in common. I guess so. Elizabeth Swan is impressing the rest of the team as well. So I guess that's a way of saying she's safe on this tribe. We need her for challenges. And
I guess so.
Alec and the conductor bond slightly. Just keep bonding.
Well, I should hope so. We're in a freaking alliance together.
More train talk today. More train talk.
Yeah, more train talk.
An update on the alliance between Alec and the conductor. Elizabeth Swan is joining the alliance.
Ooh, that's kind of fun. That's fun. She likes trains too. She's fascinated by this new technology.
Can she endure the train talk? We'll see how long it lasts. But
or she end up much like Megan.
But so who was on my tribe? Was Elizabeth Swan? No, Elizabeth Swan wasn't on my tribe, right?
No, she was on my tribe. Yeah.
Okay, so this doesn't exactly mean anything for the vote, but I would have liked to be involved in something because it's still part of year 4 in the split. I don't know how everything else comes together. Probably not great for me though that Elizabeth is impressing the rest of the team too. We'll see.
How so? I wonder what she's doing.
Yeah, well,
challenges. Is she cooking? Is she cooking up a storm?
I don't know. She could probably go out and catch some fish and stuff too.
Yeah,
she could probably get out there.
Yeah.
But let's go over to the Upland tribe for no reason. Nani has a hidden immunity idol, and Baby Shark and Nani have a minor disagreement. Can we get over this?
Par for the course there, I think.
These guys are always squabbling, her and Baby Shark. It really is like an annoying little Stitch to her, you know.
Yeah, he is. That's what's going on. It's just Stitch, but he's worse because he didn't, you know. He's just talking about Finship and not. He's talking about Finship and not Ohana.
Yeah, and I can't even remember at this point. Was it him who did the pizza? Ate the pizza differently? How did Baby Shark eat his pizza? That's what we need to remember.
Didn't he fold his
Did he fold the
pizza? Is
pizza?
that the problem?
And
He
then
folded the
his
pizza?
friend, his Finn, was offended by it.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what it was?
There's something like that. Yeah.
Well, he's kind of based for folding it. It depends the kind of pizza,
It's
but
kind of
usually it is kind of the way to
based.
go, just for practicality's sake.
But really, what's more based is holding a plate up to your mouth
No,
and then
that's
feeding
not.
the pizza into
That's
your.
not it. All right, let's go to Tribal Council, not with Baby Shark or Nani.
No.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play it, now's the time to do so. I'll read the votes. Cursed Jeff Probst. Cursed Jeff Probst. Moana. That's 2 votes Cursed Jeff Probst and 2 votes Moana. That's 4 votes Moana, 2 votes Cursed Jeff Probst, 2 votes left. The 5th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars 6, Moana. That's enough. I guess the tribes did not stick together here.
No.
I was happy to see my name out of the running here, though. So
yeah, that's nice.
So after the final count of 6-2, so Shadow once again voting with the person who just got voted out, voted for Cursed Jeff Probst. Wow. And everybody else, Alec, Annie, Cursed Jeff Probst, Elizabeth, Conductor, and me. We all voted for Moana.
That man is not. That man is barely a life form.
Wait.
He doesn't look like a life form to me. Cursed Jeff Probst.
What did Moana do? Did she have a fight with someone?
Yeah, I thought she had a disagreement with Shadow.
No, she found something in common with Shadow, so that's why Shadow.
When did she? No, I thought it was
Moana reminded him of Maria.
So right, that's right.
That's why he's like, I'm not going to vote for Moana. I'll vote for Cursed Jeff Probst.
Yeah, and there must have been a little bond after the disagreement. They found each other again.
So maybe he's not entirely on the outs. It could have been a symbolic thing. Like, I'm just not gonna. I can't write her name down because she's a.
It reminds me too much of Maria.
She's a young lady, so yeah,
right.
That's about it. This is the only similarity. Not even the same age.
She was playing it. She was playing a ukulele, and that reminded her of Maria playing a guitar.
Well done by Moana, but it wasn't enough. Wow. So what spelled disaster for Moana? You think that's weird? Do you think she would be like an easy one just to keep for the challenge sake?
He's one to keep for the challenges, or she would have been first to go. But,
is she really rocking the boat that much?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just she just sort of have like a little bit of a holier than thou complex at times,
Wow.
So it could have been a little bit of that going on.
But so yeah, we had a 4-4 tribe split, but me and Annie ended up voting with the Uplands to vote Moana out. I mean, that could be disaster for us. I think we could just be picked off now. So we'll see. Yeah. Over in the Throp tribe, we have Alec, Elizabeth Swan, and the Conductor in Alliance. Over in the Upland tribe, no alliances, of course. It's only episode 6. And Nani has a hidden immunity idol.
It's only episode 6. No alliance.
Oh, this is a mystery immunity challenge. There's no description because someone's getting medically evacuated and whatnot. So we'll just say the Throp tribe wins immunity. That's what we like to hear.
Okay. Hey, yeah.
They are going to send Holga to Exile Island as well as Annie from her own tribe. Okay.
All right.
Over on the Throp tribe, Alec and Cursed Jeff Probst find something in common. What do you think it is? What do you think you're bonding over? He's like, hey, you ever hear about this train?
I don't think it's about a train.
He also just brings up trains coincidentally. He's
just
like,
the Wii. We just start talking about the Wii.
The Wii.
We love the Wii.
Love the motion controls on that thing.
Love the motion controls. Yeah.
That's right. Waggling.
Yeah, you and then I'll be like, you remind me of somebody that I've seen one time before, and it's not Jeff Probst, it's someone else.
And he has a little idle animation.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, keep doing that for a little longer.
I like that about you. You're a good listener.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah. You're a listener.
That's how you know he's listening. He's not doing any dramatic animations. It's a dead giveaway. That's his tell. You can tell when he's not into the conversation. He starts actually doing stuff and waggling his Wii remote. All right, now over to the Upland tribe, since they will be going to tribal council. Nani has a hidden immunity idol. Megan and Nani have a minor disagreement. Now, what's going on here, Megan? Megan's gotten into a couple disagreements. She seems like an agreeable person. I mean, Nani's too much of a strong personality for her.
Maybe it could be that. It could be maybe she just was like feeling that. Maybe she started feeling that Nani had the idol and tried to confront her about it, and she didn't want to give her information because she had a vision, right, that she'd found the idol.
Whoa, that's big.
And
that's big.
She confronted her about it, and then Nani denied it or something.
Yeah, so Megan's not using these visions well. Like, she'll see something, and then she'll go to the person about it, like that she should be using that information against them.
Right.
But like, she saw Grace being bad in challenges or whatever. That one worked out, but I think that's just because people saw her actually just doing bad in the challenges and didn't expect her to anyway. You don't need psychic powers to know that. And then, but with Nani now, you're going to go to Nani and be like, this is what I saw?
Yeah, I think me and the conductor are too grounded. We didn't want to get into the mumbo jumbo stuff. We just didn't want to really listen to what she had. Yeah, we were like, no, we're a train group. Trains are a thing.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So we're going to tribal council.
Tribal council time, baby. Let's go.
Well, no stress for us this time. It's Upland tribe. Nani has a hidden immunity idol. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play, now's the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First
Nani
vote.
Feels very, very positive about it then.
Baby Shark. Second vote. Glinda. That's one vote Baby Shark, one vote Glinda. Glinda.
Okay. Oh.
Glinda. That's 3 votes Glinda, 1 vote Baby Shark. Baby Shark. That's 3 votes Glinda, 2 votes Baby Shark. Glinda. The 6th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars 6. Wow. Glinda. That's 5. That's enough.
A power play going on there? What's going on over here?
No, but she's been fighting with everybody. She might just be. She might have been on borrowed time.
Yeah, it's true.
Like rubbing people the long way for a long time. And so now we already have our whole our whole theme. Our Glinda and Elphaba are already both out.
They're already gone.
They will not get to merge together. So Glinda and Nani voted for Baby Shark. That's right. Really doesn't like Baby Shark. Really doesn't like Baby Shark.
No, we're really not.
But Baby Shark, George Washington, Grumpy, Holga, Megan, and Steve all voted for Glinda. What a crew. Everybody, those people can all get on the same page. Absolutely.
Yeah. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Minecraft Steve and George Washington are peas in a pod, It's just meant to be.
Now we're down to 7 members each tribe here. And we'll go to, the Throp tribe has Alec, Elizabeth Swan, and the Conductor Alliance. Upland tribe has no alliances, just Nani has a hidden immunity idol. Word challenge. Build it up, break it down. The tribes were to swim out to collect bundles of planks, sticks, and ropes. They would then have 10 minutes to use them to build a blockade. That's right. And you have to tear down the other tribes.
Right. Blockade runners is what I call this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the Upland tribe wins reward. They win a visit by 2 native Micronesians, Edwin and Joe, who would demonstrate how to improve the tribe campsite and catch crabs and fish. I like how they specifically get Edwin and Joe.
Yeah, Edwin and Joe. That's freaking epic.
That's right.
Edwin and Joe. There they are.
So they're going to send the Conductor to Exile Island over on our tribe. And they'll send Nani again. Nani's just like, I'm fine with it. Just keep sending me. Everybody just assumes I have the idol anyway, and I do. So her and the Conductor will chill on Exile Island with nothing but trains to think about.
I might see an old railroader.
Immunity challenge. United we stand. The tribes were to use 2 stepping poles to transfer 2 tribe members from one platform to another out at sea. Okay. And then they all had to get on the tower at the same time.
Yeah. I call this one Water Pole O. It was bad. It was just
Not good.
water
It doesn't
below.
really work. The winner of the immunity challenge is the Upland Tribe. It's the Upland Tribe.
Okay. Okay.
Not good. Not good at all.
No, that's not great.
Over in the Throp Tribe, which is the one that matters right now, Annie and cursed Jeff Probst bond strongly.
Take a good look at Annie.
Oh my god, he's taking a good look at her, I bet, too.
I bet he is, yeah.
God.
Jeff Probst, you perv.
Cursed Jeff Probst probably gives the weirdest. He receives the weirdest lap dance. I'll say that about Cursed Jeff Probst.
That's all the. That's a huge moment on
Idol
for
moment.
Survivor. Yeah, it's a huge moment. They talk about it. They talk about it.
It's gotta be
in the reunion special.
Zach is impressing the rest of the team. Now that's what I like to hear going into Tribal Council. Come on, don't fail me now.
Hell yeah, this Zach guy's awesome. I feel like you should like do something with him. You know, like make a YouTube channel or something. You know,
so impressive. Thank you so much.
Impressing the rest of
By the way, both of our faces on these pictures are the ones from the COD cash on delivery thumbnail. That's right. I took that.
Oh, nice.
I got an update on the alliance of the game.
Oh yeah.
Elizabeth Swan. What do you think she did?
She left.
She left the alliance. But
I'm like, man, maybe we get what?
Wait, a new alliance is formed.
Zach?
Consisting of Elizabeth Swan, Alec, and cursed Jeff Probst. Okay, so interesting. Maybe,
yeah,
there's some layers to this. So Elizabeth leaves the alliance, but so specifically something to do with the conductor. Conductor's not her feel the right way.
He's not. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, okay. I see you getting on my nerves.
I
get
it. So I was like, let's form a side thing with my new guy, cursed Jeff Probst. You gotta get to know him. He's awesome. He'll talk.
I just want to know all the details about Annie. That's all I really want to know from him. It's just like, he's my in to get to her.
Yeah, so Annie's not in the loop on this, but Elizabeth Swan is like, I'm going to leave this one. We'll go form this one with cursed Jeff Probst. All right.
This seems like an Elizabeth Swan. She's orchestrating this, and I'm just kind of along for the ride at the moment.
It's true. Could be pulling a fast one on anyone at this point. No, this is a good position. Seems like a good spot for you to be in. You got the conductor, Elizabeth Swan, and cursed Jeff Probst on your side. Cursed Jeff Probst bonded strongly with Annie, so maybe by extension. I don't like where that puts me, but I'm impressing the rest of the team. If that means anything, if that's good for anything,
yeah. You're cooking up a storm. Everyone just loves that.
Yeah, that's right. All right, but let's forget about all this tension and go back to Upland Tribe before Tribal Council.
That's right. Yeah.
Holga and Steve bond slightly.
Okay.
That's right. And also Grumpy and Steve bond strongly. So I can see that. Wow, I didn't even think about the two pickaxe wielders.
Yeah, I was going to be like, they love mining. What are you doing here? Why have we not...
Hi-ho, for sure.
Why have we not seen that? Yeah, they're hi-hoing for big time.
So Steve bonds slightly with Holga and strongly with Grumpy. Holga bonds slightly with Steve and finds something in common with George Washington. Some sort of combat... Something to do with combat, battling.
Maybe.
Finally, an alliance is formed. Another alliance. That's not consisting of Alec. Well, not involving Alec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The alliance is Grumpy, Holga, Nani, and Steve.
Okay, Nani's in the
I don't know how Nani got in there.
Yeah, because she was kind of out of the loop.
From all we just heard, we would have thought, George Washington would be in there, but Nani's in the mix. That leaves George Washington still kind of on the outs here. Hopefully that's something in common with Holga that helps more. But Grumpy and Steve, okay, of course. And then Holga, I could see her fitting in with that work ethic, honestly. Nani's kind of
Big time.
the unexpected one there.
Mm.
But let's go to Tribal Council for the Throp Tribe. Oh boy. It's time to vote. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play it, now's the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First vote, the Conductor. Elizabeth. That's one vote, Elizabeth. One vote, the Conductor. No way we just got Elizabeth out. There's no way. That's got to be fake news. The Conductor. The Conductor. It's 3 votes, Conductor. One vote, Elizabeth.
We're turning on the Conductor.
Elizabeth.
Oh.
Elizabeth. That's 3 votes, Elizabeth. 3 votes to the Conductor. 1 vote left. The 7th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars 6. Elizabeth Swan.
What?
Just got outmaneuvered. Wow.
Wow. Big time.
Well, let's see what the votes are, because it's 4-3. Let's see the votes before we say too much here. Me, the Conductor, Annie, and you voted for Elizabeth Swan.
Really?
What kind of double crossing shenanigans?
Hey, I got to Annie from Cursed Chef Probst.
But Cursed Chef Probst voted for the Conductor.
Yeah, he did. He just said we left him out. We got to Annie. I hung out with you. We're like, hey.
And you see through what Elizabeth Swan is doing. She wants to play all sides.
I kind of was going along with the plan, but then I kind of saw what she was doing, trying to stab my boy in the back, and I wouldn't stand for it.
It seemed like you were kind of like, I'm out on the Conductor too, but you were just kind of placating her. Yeah. You were saving face, and meanwhile you're working to save the Conductor. And I'm just so impressive. Right. You had to get me in on it.
Yeah.
And then so that leaves Cursed Chef Probst and Shadow once again. Shadow voting with the person who got voted out against the Conductor.
Shadow, you continuing to not team up. I want the ultimate life form on my side. That's the long game. That's who I.
Cursed Chef Probst is
even
pissed.
Though I bet he is. I bet he feels like
we had something going on. Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Because literally, it's your vote. Like him and Elizabeth stuck together. If you just voted with them, the alliance they thought they had, they would have been fine. Dang. But you understood the Conductor's more loyal to you than they are. That's what it feels like. All right, so now we're down to the Throp Tribe has Alec, Annie, Cursed Chef Probst, Shadow the Hedgehog, the Conductor, and Zach. Upland Tribe has Baby Shark, George Washington, Grumpy, Holga, Megan, Nani, and Steve. All right, so on the Throp Tribe, the 2 alliances are Alec and the Conductor, and Alec and Cursed Chef Probst. Can you get Cursed Chef Probst to understand this need to happen?
Yeah. This is what happened. You just got to figure this out, man.
Because I don't usually reference this, but it does say for both alliances it's an 8 strength. So that's really strong.
Wow, that is really strong.
And both of the people, everybody involved, the loyalty is 8. So you have a loyalty of 8 for both of them, and they each have a loyalty of 8 to you. So maybe you can convince him that I needed to. Sorry.
Yes, I need to do that. But I did that to protect you because she was looking to stab me in the back. Maybe
that's right. Yeah, she can't defend herself. Elizabeth Swan, she was saying all this stuff. I knew if I said something to you, you would go back to her, and it would get back to her. Yeah, that's right. Let's see if you can work it out.
Maybe.
And then over in the Upland Tribe, Nani has a hidden immunity idol, and they have the alliance of Grumpy, Holga, Nani, and Steve. The immunity challenge, Hot Pursuit, tethered together on opposite sides of an oval course. The 2 tribes will wade around while carrying a 20-pound backpack each. Players can drop out of the challenge at will, but they must give their pack to someone else before unclipping. Yes, classic. The classic one.
That's a classic for sure.
And Upland Tribe wins immunity. Damn.
That's Wipeout Survivor Edition. That's what I called it.
No, that's not that one. It's the one where they go around in the circle carrying the bags.
And each other. Wait, what did I call this one? Moneystone Mosey? Anyway.
So the Upland Tribe won immunity. Tell me,
Okay,
Alec,
well,
we're gonna
hey.
stick together. Tell we're gonna stick together on this vote, Alec. It's getting down to numbers in the tribe. You only
Wait,
got
that was
6
the
people left in the
immunity
tribe.
plus reward one, right?
It doesn't say it on here, but
I don't know what's going on.
we're down to
Anyway,
6 people in the tribe, Alec. It's getting
that's
hairy.
bad.
We
It
gotta
is,
just make it
it
through.
is pretty airy. It is
So
pretty airy.
they get to send someone to exile. They sent you to exile along with George Washington from their tribe. Have fun out there.
Maybe I'll have my moment with George now.
Yeah. Everybody gets a moment with George. Over in the Throp tribe, an alliance is formed. Another alliance between
Wow.
Annie, Cursed Jeff Probst, and Zach. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
not me, but you.
Cursed
Okay.
Jeff Probst. All right, so wait. Yeah, Annie. How'd the vote go last time? It was Annie. Annie was in on it with me, you, and the conductor. But now we want Cursed Chef Probst on our side. We all recognize Cursed Chef Probst as a pivotal piece for some reason. So we want him.
Eat all this.
So that's all we got for our tribe, and we're gonna be the ones going to tribal council. Who knows what that means?
Yeah.
But let's go to Upland tribe first. George and Holga bond slightly. Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, after coming back from exile, I guess he bonds.
Been missing a good hardworking. George Washington would he like a hardworking woman? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he would.
Okay. Yeah. And Grumpy and Steve bond slightly. They just continue to bond, guys.
Yeah,
we already know.
They're mining. How are they not? How are they not just like drinking on the beach and singing all night long? You know, I don't get it.
Boys. Holga left the alliance with Grumpy, Nani, and Steve. All right.
Too much singing for my liking.
Yeah.
She knows too much about singing. Yeah.
Nani was fine with it. I thought Holga would be more with that vibe, but now it's the two mining boys and Nani in the middle. But let's go to tribal council for our tribe. Really, the lucky back and forth.
Whoa!
If anyone has a community idol and they'd like to play it, now is the time to do so. I'll read the votes. The conductor. The conductor is going to stay good votes until he goes Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow.
Oh, the ultimate life form.
Shadow the Hedgehog. That's 3 votes Shadow, 1 vote the conductor, 2 votes left. The 8th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars. 6. Shadow. That's enough.
Missing the jury.
Everybody was on board against Shadow. Me, you, Annie, Cursed Chef Probst, and the conductor. What a crew. What a crew. Shadow
just hasn't...
He kept voting with the person on the way out. He was never on the right side of things.
No, he was striving to do better, but he was always just tailing the loser. I don't know. Maybe he felt like that was penance for all his mistakes.
Right. Something dramatic, like that.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So on the Throp tribe, we have Alec and the conductor is an alliance. Alec and Cursed Chef Probst is an alliance. Annie, Cursed Chef Probst, and Zach is an alliance. Okay. All right. Interesting.
Boy,
but I feel like it could be a pretty solid 5 if we could get to the merge with that. That would be nice. I feel like we've all worked together in some combination. And then Upland tribe, Nani has a hidden immunity idol, and it's just Grumpy, Nani, and Steve is the only alliance. Reward challenge, money roll. 4 members of each tribe will be blindfolded and push a large money stone through a forest course while being verbally directed by the 2 other tribe members. Along the course, the money stones would crush 4 tiles that would reveal a pair of smaller money stones. And then we'd solve a puzzle with them. I don't know.
How do I have these? That doesn't make sense. I don't know how I don't have... That's Money Stone Mosey. There it is.
Well, I don't know. Again, it might not be perfect because there's like quits and stuff sprinkled in here.
Some weird stuff going on.
I don't know. But reward challenge, I don't know. Upland Tribe wins reward. Okay. They win a trip to an island to enjoy a spa and food. And they're going to send Annie.
Shower reward with herbal essences, specifically.
Mm-hmm. They're going to send Annie and Holga to exile. It just still doesn't mean anything.
Sending a bunch of different people. Means nothing.
Immunity challenge. What or drag? One tribe member would race across a floating bridge carrying one end of a rope. The rope would then be attached to a bundle of giant puzzle pieces. The rest of the tribe would turn a winch that would reel in the bundle and the tribe member back to the beach. And then they would assemble a puzzle.
Pontoon puzzle is what I called this one.
Okay. Upland tribe. One immunity. We're going to go down to 4 members, Alec. They have 7 people. We're about to go down to 4.
We got this.
Annie just left our alliance with me and Cursed Jeff Popes.
Me and you have upper alliances with Cursed Jeff Popes.
Why?
She gave him a lap dance, but now things are just getting too weird.
It's too weird, but that's all that happens on our tribe. So
that's a great. Well, that might not be good for her.
Hopefully that's not good for her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know. But let's go see Upland Tribe real quick. Baby Shark and Holga have a small fight. I mean, okay.
Again,
Baby Shark's annoying. Yeah. We get it. Baby Shark's annoying.
Yeah.
He sings the song, but no one's voting him out. No one's voting his ass out though.
Yeah.
He's gonna take him all the way to the end of like every episode of the season with that song in it. Damn. All right, let's go to Tribal Council. Okay. We only got 5 votes here, guys. If anyone has a hidden immunity island they'd like to play, now's the time to do so. I'll read the votes. Annie. The Conductor. The Conductor. That's 2 votes the Conductor. 1 vote Annie. 2 votes left. Annie. That's 2 votes Annie. 2 votes Conductor. 1 vote left. The 9th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars 6. The Conductor.
What?
Travis spoken.
My boy? You covered the Conductor?
God. Oh, and it was you and the Conductor voted for Annie. We pulled a fast one on you. Me and what was an alliance, but Annie left it. Weirdly, even though we all voted, we did it. Wow. We pulled a little maneuver.
Okay.
We pulled a little maneuver on the Conductor and you, the proxy.
Yeah.
He's like, well, he's too close with that guy. We need to take out the Conductor. Maybe he'll come over to us. He's got no one else, Cursed Jeff Probst, he's going to come right over to you.
Might be a secret. She may have left secretly. She'd be like, "I'll still work with these guys, but I'm not actually alive."
It's hard to make sense of it. Yeah. Just assume that it's not actually what it says, because it doesn't make sense. But that's brutal, though. We're down to 4 tribe members, and the Upland Tribe has 7. When's the damn merge this season? How many do we have? We have 11.
Yeah.
It's got to be after this one, but goddamn, if we lose another one, go down to 3. No.
Brutality.
Yeah. Me and you are half of the tribe right now. So on the Throp Tribe, Alec and Cursed Jeff Probst. Cursed Jeff Probst and Zach. This is the 2 alliances. Absolutely. We each want a piece of Cursed Jeff Probst. That's just it. And over in Upland Tribe, Grumpy, Nani, and Steve. Immunity challenge. 1 tribe member at a time would have to cross an obstacle course of stepping stones suspended by ropes, rotating barrels, a balance beam, a floating bridge, and a net to retrieve a flag. Something.
This is it. This is the Wipeout.
That's the Wipeout?
Edition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Each tribe must send 1 player from the opposite to Exile Island. They will sit out the challenge. If their tribe loses, they will return to Tribal Council, but be immune from the vote. That's big. That's big. We have a tribe of like 4 people that person will be immune if we lose. So for the Throp Tribe, we choose Steve from Upland Tribe to send to exile. And they chose you from our tribe. So that's really good for you. In the event we lose, you're immune. It is. Yeah. In a tribe of 4.
Immune, baby. That's awesome. That's phenomenal.
And Upland Tribe wins immunity. Come on, what? This is not good. Surely we can get Annie out now, right, guys? Me,
Right?
you,
You
and
think?
Khrushchev Probst. The intersection, it just perfectly overlaps right there on the Khrushchev Probst. Come on. It's gonna go to and be like, everybody forms an alliance with Annie.
Alliance against Zach.
All right. Alec has safety at his next tribal council. Nothing else happens on the tribe. You would think that would be good for us against Annie. It would make no sense if anyone else goes and nothing had happened, but okay. We'll see. Let's go to the Upland Tribe.
Let's go.
Baby Shark and Holga have a small fight. Okay.
They are just squabbling. They're
right.
They're the Johnny Fairplay and Sandra of this season.
Iconic. Both iconic.
Yeah. Except, Baby Shark is sweet as opposed to Johnny Fairplay just being an ass.
He's an ass. Nani has a major meltdown also.
Oh, that's great.
And a new alliance is formed on the Upland Tribe.
Oh, yeah?
Between Baby Shark, Grumpy, Megan, and Steve.
I was going to say, if Holga is in this somehow, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. So Grumpy and Steve, still that duo sticking together. Yep. Baby Shark and Megan, they got to get something going. They're more positive vibes. Because otherwise, Baby Shark does not really make sense with those guys. But Hi Ho, I guess he went with the Hi Ho. He's like, I'm fine with the song. It's catchy too.
Yeah, he's good. This is good. I'll sing it. I'll Baby Shark. I'll Sharkify it somehow.
Anyway, let's go to the tribal council with our 4 votes, and you're not an option.
And I'm immune.
All right. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they like to play it, now's the time to do so. I'll read the votes. Zach. I can't afford many more votes than that. Please just be the one. Annie. Please just be Annie. Annie. That's 2 votes Annie, 1 vote Zach, 1 vote left. The 10th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars.
Yeah!
Annie, it makes sense.
At least it makes sense. Yeah.
It all makes sense. She knew no one was going to vote Khrushchev Probst out. He's the golden child of the tribe.
He's the golden boy now. Suddenly, he got a lap dance. That's the first in Survivor.
That's right. I'm glad it just tracks. It really sucks for Annie to go out this way. I think she's absolutely screwed. Have this tribe go down to 4, 1's immune. Like, this is some bullshit right there. But
that is crazy.
I'm just glad it wasn't me to be the victim of it. And we just pulled off a fun move. Honestly, you might have been in danger. Who knows? Like what we would have done. Who knows? Like what Khrushchev Probst was thinking.
Yeah, he
You can never tell what that guy's thinking. So
yeah, well, you can't. You really can't because his face doesn't change. So
we are about to merge. We have officially made the merge. Our 3 little tribe members from Throp emerging with the 7 from Upland. All right.
Sometimes you just gotta make it happen,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was trying to count how many of each original tribe we had.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Who did we just vote out that time?
We just voted out Annie.
You have 4 on Throp.
4 from original Throp, 6 from original.
And 6 from original Upland. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, here's our merge.
So from original Throp, George Washington, Holga Kilgore, Steve, and Zach. And then in Upland, we have Baby Shark, Khrushchev Probst, Grumpy, Megan, Nani, and Alec.
Okay. But obviously it's complicated a little bit. Probably it's not great for us that we just we blindsided you previously and then you got to be safe and now you got to merge with your peoples. It may not be great for our ongoing relationship, working relationship. I forgot
my main man's gone though, I'm broken up over that.
Yeah, I know. That's brutal. That's a big hit to your game. So now it's like, can you make the underdog run or not? Well, at least we both made the merge. I think the first person voted out might be left off the jury though, so we still could get over that benchmark. Would be nice. But I forgot I named the merge tribe. the Wicked Smart tribe.
Wicked smart.
Because it's wicked, and it's
It's
also a shout out to Goodwill
Yeah.
Hunting.
Yeah.
Wicked Smart.
Wicked smart.
All right. So Nani has a hidden immunity idol. Keep an eye on her.
She's had to use it. She hasn't even been threatened.
Even though she just had a major meltdown recently, though.
She did have a meltdown. Yeah.
So the alliances all together, we have Alec and Cursed Jeff Probst. We have Zach and Cursed Jeff Probst. We have Grumpy, Steve, and Nani. We have Grumpy, Steve, Baby Shark, and Megan. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Now we're down to our individual immunity challenges.
That's right, baby.
It's time for Last Gasp. This is an iconic one. The tribe members are positioned under a metal grate as the incoming tide rises. As the tide rises, the breathing space under the grate grows smaller. So the winner of the first individual immunity challenge is Cursed Jeff Probst. Cursed Jeff Probst.
Well, it's because he doesn't have to breathe.
Yeah, he just has that face stuck, like not even breathing. Yeah. Quite a sight.
Damn, Jeff Probst. Curse Jeff Probst. How dare you? Curse you, curse Jeff Probst.
Alec and Steve bond slightly.
Okay, cool.
And Holga and Zach find something in common. Interesting.
What do you find in common?
I don't know. I mean, she's kind of. I mean,
are you short to her? Maybe.
Not short enough.
Yeah, maybe not short enough. You're not half. You're definitely not. You're not halfling size. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, what are you and Steve bonding over?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, he seems like a gamer. You know, he seems like he likes games.
You trying to find your next conductor? I was like, I need my oddball guy.
I need my weird
ride or die.
weird guy. You know.
You think we're gonna ever work together or what?
I just compliment Steve's sweater.
It's great, yeah, really great choice of sweater.
Bonding over that. No, I mean, like, I'm really trying to think. Maybe he's singing. I'm complimenting his singing voice is lovely. I'd be like, man, we should really try to do a duo or something sometime.
Okay,
cool. Yeah.
You think we're ever gonna work together? We're about to go to tribal council, so hopefully we even get the option if we're not one of us is voted out here.
Yeah.
We've never got quite on the same page. Like we were together for a vote, but never in an alliance.
All right. Need to maybe figure that out.
Let's go to tribal council. Nani has a hidden immunity idol. Christopher Probst has the immunity necklace. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nani is using the hidden immunity idol on Grumpy. Big use on Grumpy. She got to read. Grumpy's in trouble, maybe. He is in her alliance. It's a big gesture. Imagine no votes on Grumpy now. Any votes cast against Grumpy will not count.
Okay.
I'll read the votes. Grumpy does not count. 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 That's 5 votes that are just nullified. Holga.
Oh.
Zach.
Oh. Oh, no.
Zach.
No.
Holga. That's 2 votes Holga. 2 votes Zach. 1 vote left. The 11th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars 6 and first member of the jury. Holga Kilgore.
All right. You just...
Jesus.
Whew, boy.
Down to a narrow vote, 3-2 to 5 with 5 nullified. A big save from Nani. Wow.
Wait, that means wow, that was a huge save. Yeah. Wow.
So the votes for Grumpy were Alec, Cursed Jeff Probst, George Washington, Holga, and me. So me, you, Cursed Jeff Probst. We're still solid with 3. We brought in George Washington and Holga, but
you did bond with George Washington a little bit,
and Holga.
And Holga, yeah, Holga
You
as well.
or didn't you bonded with him, right? Or no?
No, we just were in exile together
Oh
for a
yeah.
brief period. Yeah.
So wow. So, but Nani got the read. Nani voted for Holga along with Steve and Grumpy. And that's all it took. And the two votes for me were Megan and Baby Shark. I don't know what's going on with those guys?
They're just
They're
the
too
freaks
happy.
over here.
Yeah.
The happy
Wow.
weirdos.
Big move from Nani. She didn't save it for herself, but potentially Grumpy's gonna be real happy about that. Well, is Grumpy gonna be happy? Remains to be seen. All right, here are the alliances on the Wicked Smart Tribe. Alec and Cursed Jeff Probst, Zach and Cursed Jeff Probst, Grumpy and Steve, and Nani, Grumpy, Steve, and Baby Shark and Megan. Yeah, so what's going on with Baby Shark and Megan? Like they're
you got to be a thing, right?
but like they're in that alliance with them, but they didn't vote the same, unless it was like an intentional split. I don't know.
Maybe.
That'd be wild. All right, so there's a reward challenge called Bye Bye. The castaways would split into 2 teams of 4 in a schoolyard pick, with the castaway not being picked sent out to Exile Island. One at a time, a castaway from each team would swim out to a multi-level net tunnel that they would have to crawl through. They would reach a floating platform that contained a wall with a set of Micronesian symbols laid out in a pyramid shape. And they'd have to replicate it, so you try to remember the symbols you saw in the order.
Swim me this.
Swim me this.
Swim me this. That's what I called that one. Oh yeah, by the way, the last gasp, great name, but I actually called that with gated breath.
Yeah, okay.
I really like. I like that one. I like my Mario Party minigame names. What can I say?
Mm-hmm. So we split into 2 groups for this reward challenge. One group is Baby Shark, Cursed Jeff Probst, George Washington, and Megan. The second group is Alec, Grumpy, Steve, and Zach. So me and you and Grumpy and Steve. And then Nani got left out and we'll go to Exile.
Okay.
Typical. But group number 1 wins reward. Baby Shark, Cursed Jeff Probst, George Washington, and Megan. They win a flight to a village on Yap for a feast, watching a traditional dance and spending the night in a chief's traditional house. Big. Big, big, big.
This is the one where Eric was like flipping out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think he got drunk and he vomited.
He took some substances or something. Yeah. He took some sort of substance. But Nani, they left her out of that schoolyard pick. I wonder if that's telling. I mean, she's also been to the Exile the most, but she's also did just play an Idol and Grumpy. They're probably not a fan of that.
Big upset, a huge upset right there. Huge upset.
Challenge. When it rains, it pours. Castaways would stand on a log, one arm above their head, with their wrists tethered to a bucket of water on top of a platform. That's right. This is the one where Alexis got excited when she was tempted with the food. She went too early.
Oh yeah. This is slime time endurance is what I called this one, I think.
And James was like,
"Yeah, what in the Nickelodeon's going on here?"
Oh yeah, but he was also like he said something stupid like, "That'd be so embarrassing if that happened." Oh shoot! And he did the same. It's like scripted.
And then Amanda had to pee, and she ran in the bushes.
Yeah, she's just out on that.
It's out. She's just like, "Nah, I gotta pee."
All right, so the winner of this immunity challenge is Nani. It's
Nani?
Wow. That's what everybody's saying because she's probably public enemy number 1 after that big trick. I could see her. This is a challenge I could see her winning too. It's like it seems like she would be the person
for sure. Yeah, that patience, that
holding the wrist up,
endurance. Yeah.
All right, so the only thing that happens in the entire tribe is that George Washington has a major meltdown.
Oh no!
Poor guy.
Wow, he's just old. He's just the old guy.
This is too much for him. It's getting to him.
Too much for this.
Yeah. I mean, shout out second merge for George Washington at the very least.
For real.
Gotta give it up to him. Maybe it's the exhaustion. He played so soon after the last season.
Maybe,
It was only half a year between.
He is not built for this, you know.
You'd think he would be. All right. Nani has the immunity necklace. It's time to vote. If anyone has a hidden immunity, I'd only like to play it. Now's the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First vote, Grumpy. Is he just going back to Grumpy?
Okay.
Curse Jeff Probst. Grumpy. Curse Jeff Probst. It's 2 votes Curse Jeff Probst and 2 votes Grumpy. Curse Jeff Probst. Curse Jeff Probst. That's 4 votes Curse Jeff Probst and 2 votes Grumpy. 3 votes left. Grumpy. The 12th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars 6. And second member of the jury, Curse Jeff Probst. That's 5. That's enough. Jeez.
Oh, our alliance with him didn't seem to work out too well there.
Man, it was me, you, and Curse Jeff Probst voted for Grumpy. Everybody else turned on us. What gives?
Yeah, what the heck? Did Grumpy must have made some moves. Yeah, Grumpy must have made some moves or something.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they would still want to do that because it still weakens Nani, and I feel like Nani set herself apart there.
Right. I think that's maybe what we were going for. Or we were trying to do that, you know. We want to do something where we're trying to get rid of Grumpy. Because Grumpy is clearly a challenge beast of some kind.
And also,
even though he hasn't,
sticking to the plan is what benefits us. So we just stick with Grumpy again. But damn, we just lost our biggest alliance member between us.
Mm-hmm.
So it leaves us with the final 8: the Wicked Smart, Alec, Zach, Baby Shark, George Washington, Grumpy, Megan, Nani, and Steve. The only 2 alliances. What do you say?
Eve.
That's right. I am Steve.
He's still on this. He's still
Flint
on this,
and
baby.
Steel. So the only 2 alliances in the entire game are Grumpy, Nani, and Steve, and Grumpy, Steve, Baby Shark, and Megan.
Zach?
Yeah.
How did we not make a chicken jockey joke when we had chickens earlier?
Chicken jockey. Ooh, wow. Ooh, wow.
Chicken jockey.
But this is sad. Like we don't even have an alliance together. Like it was we just had Curse Jeff Probst, each of us.
Yeah, he was the glue that was binding us together, but he's gone now.
So we're just gonna let these bozos, Baby Shark, Grumpy, Megan, and Steve are gonna run this game. Come on.
These bozos. They're bozos, basically.
No, it's the Survivor auction. The Survivor auction. Players will be given $500 to be used for the auction. They may share money and items. The auction will end without notice. We actually get to see the different things we get as well.
Oh, that's fun. What did we get?
Megan won a covered item, which turned out to be a hot dog with fries. Very nice. Sounds good hot. Right about now.
Pretty hot.
Pretty hot. I won a covered item, which was nachos. All right. Nachos are
hot nachos? That's pretty hot, too.
Steve wins a covered item. Fruit bat soup. Classic. He would like that. Steve would like that.
Yeah, he would. He's a freak. He'd love that. He'd slurp it down.
Megan wins the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Another item for Megan. Baby Shark wins the power to send someone to Exile Island and take their money. All right, Baby Shark. Tell us what you're thinking.
Who are you doing, Baby
Nani.
Shark?
Sending Nani.
Okay.
They just love sending Nani to exile in whatever context.
That's true.
Steve wins a chocolate cake, which was a covered item as well.
Oh, yeah, this is the finger.
Oh, he must share the reward with 3 other castaways, so he shares it with Baby Shark, Grumpy, and Megan. That's right.
Oh, thanks.
That's his alliance.
Yeah, it's his alliance.
They're just going to stay strong. How many people we have left in this tribe? Like, we have 8, right? So they don't quite have the numbers to just run the game, I don't think. But they're strong. Immunity challenge, pool party. The castaways would throw rocks at a tile, which would cause a bundle of puzzle pieces to drop to the ground. The first 4 castaways who broke their tiles would move on to the second round. Yada yada. Planks would be used to cross a rope bridge. First to cross the disc would win individual immunity. And Steve wins immunity.
Hey, good job, Steve.
All right, so Baby Shark and Nani bond slightly. Okay. It's hot and cold with them. It's hot and cold with Baby Shark and Nani. Interesting. Baby Shark left the alliance. He left the alliance with Grumpy, Megan, and Steve. the power alliance of the game. He just left.
It's like Baby Shark's like, I'm out of this. This is getting too real. It's getting
What
too
the
real.
hell? No, he's bonding with Nani. Got him thinking differently. And a new alliance is formed between George Washington and Zach Archer. Absolutely. That's all I can get. I can get one duo, maybe, if I'm lucky.
There you go.
And
there you
doesn't
go.
give me very much.
No.
We're going to go to tribal council with whatever that means.
Yeah. Well, Baby Shark, here's the thing with Baby Shark. He Finship. That's all he wants. And this is beyond this. Beyond Finship now.
There's a couple things. Leaving the alliance could mean he's the next to go. Or it could mean there's a maneuver about to be pulled, just like with Elizabeth Swan or some of these other moves we've seen. With Annie leaving that alliance, and then we still used her.
Some big moves, yeah.
All right. If anyone has an immunity idol and they like to play it, now's the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First vote, Zach. Nani. Zach. Nani. That's 2 votes Zach, 2 votes Nani. Zach. Nani. That's 3 votes Nani, 3 votes Zach. 2 votes left. Zach.
Uh-oh.
4 votes Zach, 3 votes Nani, 1 vote left. Nani, we are tied. Wow.
What? Okay, wow. So what now?
There's a tie and a revote. Of course, those in the tie will not revote unless no one receives votes. Yeah, so we're going to revote, see if anyone changes their vote. So there will be 6 votes here. Nani. Zach. That's 3 votes Zach, 2 votes Nani, 1 vote left. The 13th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars and 3rd member of the jury. Who flipped? Who the fuck?
Lucky number 13.
Zach, the tribe has spoken. You flipped. You flipped, you son of a bitch. You were the flipper.
That's awesome. Why did I was like, I can't. He's my friend. I can't do this to him.
So me, you, Baby Shark, and George Washington have voted Nani initially. And Grumpy, Megan, Nani, and Steve voted for me. And you and just your cowardly ass flipped. There's the slightest sign of danger.
Damn.
Like, I'm not going
rough.
I don't want to leave it up to chance.
No way.
Come on now. You need to stay strong. You just lost a couple of your alliance members. You're going to lose me now. What you got? What do you have in this game?
I don't know.
Not a leg to stand on. Now this is going to be how you win this rat behavior. All right, Wicked Smart Tribe, final 7. Hope you're happy to be in the final 7 with the brutal Power Alliance, Baby Shark, Grumpy, Megan, and Nani, and Steve, and George Washington. All right.
Yeah, I kind of have. I don't have a whole lot of prospects in here.
So the 2 alliances are the Wheelers and Dealers, Grumpy and Steve. One with Nani, one with Megan. Those are the 2 alliances because Baby Shark left the one with Megan for some reason. Right. Don't know what Baby Shark is cooking, but damn. And Nani, the big ripple effect from saving Grumpy that first vote, and they're still both here. Okay, immunity challenge. This says no description because I think this is probably where James got medevaced or something.
Right.
Baby Shark wins immunity. Baby Shark.
Oh, well, good for him.
He can send 1 player to Exile Island, and he chooses Alec.
Well, I'm on the outs.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're on the outs, but there could be another idol there, though. In which case...
True, there could be. I could find it. I could find the idol.
So either you're on the outs, and Baby Shark's just naive. He's young. He doesn't even think about it. He's just like, oh, I don't like that guy. Send him out. Or you're not actually on the outs, and you can get the idol. But You found the hidden immunity idol.
Hell yeah, let's go. I'm in this game, baby.
You're in it.
Let's go.
Everybody's scolding Baby Shark back at camp. Like, why the hell did you just send the
Yeah.
one person we don't trust? He's like, I got immunity. Who gives a fuck? I left the alliance. You sweat it out.
Who gives a fuck? Do 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 do. Gives a fuck? Do
Yeah.
do do do.
All right, well, we're going to tribal council just like that. Just like that.
All right. Wow. Nothing else going on, huh?
Alec has a hidden immunity
Let's
idol.
go.
Baby Shark has the immunity necklace. It's time to vote. If anyone has a hidden immunity
Let's
idol and
freaking
they'd
go.
like to play it, now's the time to do so. Chicka-paka.
Yeah.
Chippa-ta-ta. I'll read the votes.
I didn't use it.
George Washington.
Okay.
Alec.
Okay.
George.
Okay.
Alec.
Okay.
George. That's 3 votes George.
Okay.
2 votes Alec. 2 votes left.
Okay.
The 14th person voted Tarqaron All-Stars 6.
All
The
right,
4th member of the jury, George Washington.
George
And
Washington.
he couldn't do it again.
I must have gotten the word. I must have gotten the intel.
George Washington.
Like George, he's just
Yeah.
I think this is the we got to get him out now because they're going to vote for him. Like he's just too nice. He's too kind. He's too loyal. He hasn't lied in this game.
They let him slip by so far. Remember, everybody was voting him. Like every tribal council, he was getting votes.
It's true. It's
and
true.
I completely even forgot about his presence in the game, but they remembered. Right. So, Alec, Grumpy, Megan, Nani, and Steve voted for George Washington. It was just Baby Shark and George that voted for Alec.
That's Steve. Steve voting again against his original tribe. He's the only remaining member of that tribe, of the original Throp tribe.
Really, that's so wild because he's so ingrained with Grumpy and
he is. Yeah. Yeah.
So Baby Shark, Baby Shark voted for you. So he really, when he sent you to exile, he didn't even think about that you could get an idol. He was like, I want him gone. I'll send him. I don't want. So
get him out of here. I don't care.
Down to our final 6: Alec, Baby Shark, Grumpy, Megan, Nani, and Steve. Interesting.
It's very interesting.
I was hoping we both make it to the end game here. Alec has a hidden immunity idol. The 2 alliances are Grumpy Steve and Nani, and Grumpy Steve and Megan. That's a reward challenge. Body slam. The castaways would, in private, answer a survey about their fellow tribe mates. You then have to guess whose name came up the most from the group. Okay.
The bullying one.
That's right. Who least deserves to be here? Who uses sex as a weapon? Right.
Well, Annie's gone, so
No, Annie. Megan wins reward.
She's gone. All right, well, good for her.
Megan shares the reward with Grumpy and Steve, the iconic duo. You got to do it. They win a trip to Jellyfish Lake to swim among stingless jellyfish with a loved one. Oh. Megan can also send one player to Exile Island.
Who they bring in?
Oh, for their loved ones?
Yeah.
Wait, so I don't even remember this. So they all got loved ones to come with them with the stingless jellyfish?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so Megan, we don't really know. We don't really know anything about her.
One of the other characters from Until Dawn.
Surely they wouldn't. It wouldn't be her most important loved one, right?
It'd probably be. Well, maybe.
Have
maybe
some
not.
family.
Her mom. Bring her mom.
Yeah, Grumpy.
You know, Grumpy's bringing Doc. Doc's showing up.
Doc. Okay.
Yeah.
Doc or Snow White. You know, it depends how he's feeling. And Steve.
Alex.
Well, we don't even know. We don't even know the depth of their relationship yet. That's for the next movie.
Yeah. That's who he's bringing them.
This is a Minecraft movie, Steve. He barely knows her.
He barely knows her. But he's bringing her. I mean, he barely knows anyone. He's just sort of there. He just kind of exists.
His dog. What's his name?
He's a dog?
Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a dog.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's a
whatever.
whole thing.
Whatever.
Megan sends Nani to Exile Island. Of course. Immunity challenge. Shoot to thrill. The castaways would take turns shooting a rifle at colored sake bottles. The first
That's
person
right.
who breaks all three of their bottles would win. And Nani wins immunity. She's killing it with these.
Wow. Big.
Alec,
Huge.
Alec has a hidden immunity idol. Baby Shark and Grumpy find something in common. I mean, there's still, all this time later, we're still finding stuff in
Singing.
common. This was nice.
Still
singing.
Song.
Maybe another song that they enjoy. And Megan and Nani have a major fight. Sure. Just add it to the list.
Love it. It's a list of fights that they've gotten
and
into.
Megan has left the alliance with Grumpy and Steve. You know, let's
Epic.
just as least amount of alliances as possible. So now the
Yep,
only alliance is like Grumpy and Steve.
Yeah.
And Grumpy, Steve, and Nani. I think there's the only two alliances left.
Right. That's it.
So we're going to go to Tribal Council. How do you think this is going to go
Of course
here?
we are. It sounds to me like Megan is going home.
Yeah, Megan left the alliance like that. Oh, remember Baby Shark, though, is on the outs.
It's true.
Alec has a hidden immunity idol. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they'd like to play it, now's the time to do so. I'll read the votes. Megan. Baby Shark. That's 3 votes Megan, 1 vote Baby Shark. Baby Shark. That's 3 votes Megan, 2 votes Baby Shark, 1 vote left. The 15th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars 6 and 5th member of the jury. Megan, the tribe has spoken, which means someone Alec, you voted with Megan to vote Baby Shark.
Interesting. Why?
You probably, you're desperate at this point with no alliance, and you see Megan's leaves her other alliance publicly, and you're like, maybe
I could have saved
her. Yeah,
but I knew I wasn't on the outs. I knew.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to go home. So.
Yeah, was that the last time you could have used that? Probably too. I don't know.
Might be.
It'll probably.
It'll be this time. It'll be the last time I can use it, probably.
Down to final 5. Alec, Baby Shark, Grumpy, Nani, and Steve. This is the last round for you to use it. Yeah, wow. So that's great for you. Just a free trip to Final 4. The alliances are Grumpy, Steve, and Nani. And that's all they need to, if you didn't have that hidden immunity idol. So this round, they could just vote out Baby Shark, unless Baby Shark wins immunity. And then they could get you next time, and they would be the final 3. And then Grumpy, get us a Grumpy Steve final 2, maybe.
It'll be epic.
But we'll see. It could throw a wrench in it. Reward challenge, Survivor Roots. The castaways would be quizzed about favorite moments from past seasons of Survivor.
Right.
For past seasons of Tarqaron All-Stars. The first person to correctly answer 4 questions would win. They're not supposed to really know, so it doesn't really make sense, but Steve wins the reward somehow, and he shares the reward with Grumpy, of course. It's just...
Of course, yeah.
They win a helicopter trip over the Rock Islands and an overnight stay at a resort, and they're also going to send Alec to Exile Island. Okay, why not?
Like, fuck you, we're going home.
He already has the idol anyway, just send him.
Sure.
And immunity challenge time. Dash, dig, decode. 3 large sand pits are surrounded by signs with symbolic coordinates. Each castaway would be given a pair of ropes and a set of coordinates. Use the ropes to match the coordinates up and intersect, and you dig them up and you complete the puzzle. The winner of the immunity challenge is Grumpy. So
he's doing his mining. He's really getting his precision mining strikes in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
And this seems like an easy slam dunk at Baby Shark since you're not even an option. And it says Baby Shark is impressing the rest of the team.
Well, that's great for me. That's really, really great for me.
You have an immunity idol,
Baby Shark.
so yeah.
I know. That's why it's great for me. I get a guarantee.
Well, the thing is, as we've expressed before, it's not good to impress the team when you're down to the final 5. It doesn't really make sense. It's more of a sign of like you're a threat. So it even makes
You're
more sense
impressing
now.
the team.
Baby Shark
Yeah.
is the target here. So unless there's a big blind side on their alliance within each other.
Freaking hope.
All right. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now's the time to do so. Alec will use the hidden immunity idol himself. I thought you might do something crazy.
Good.
You know.
Good. Yeah, don't do anything crazy, Alec. Why would you do
Any
that?
votes cast against Alec will not count. Oh, so this is exciting though, because I forgot that. Yeah, we know it, but they don't know. So maybe they all went on you, and you could just throw a vote at any of them.
Yeah.
That could be big.
Yeah.
You could take out a fucking Steve right now if you want to.
Yeah, I could take out Steve or Grumpy.
But they might have just gone to Baby Shark. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll read the votes. Alec does not count. Baby Shark. Baby Shark. The 16th person voted out Tarqaron All-Stars. 6.
Okay.
Member of the jury. Baby Shark. That's enough. Okay.
I didn't want any more damn votes on me. That's what's going on.
So only Baby Shark voted for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. You're in the final four. Not great odds.
Let's
I mean,
go.
you gotta probably
go.
win some challenges if they stay loyal to each other.
Yeah.
You get this solid trio here. But
Yeah. Pretty solid. I don't think I'm making inroads here.
But they might, if you win a couple of immunities or if something happens, the jury might be excited to vote for you as an outsider coming in. Yep, Grumpy and Steve, and Grumpy, Steve, and Nani. Yep. The immunity challenge, Crystal Method. Wait,
Crystal Method? That's amazing.
Each player would be standing on top
name.
of a pole up high above the water. They would have a bucket with holes in it to fill a bamboo chute to lift a set of keys. Then they would swim back, get a box of ladder rungs. They would place the rungs in the correct position to build a ladder. The first player to climb the ladder and use the axe at the top to cut their flag wins.
I call this to the last rung.
It's the last rung. I like Crystal Method more. I don't really know what it means.
Crystal Method.
I don't know what it means here.
It's mean crystal meth.
Right. But what does that have to do with this challenge? Crystal Method? What's like the perfect method?
I don't fucking know. Yeah, I guess so.
All right, this is big. The winner of the immunity challenge is Steve.
Of course it's Steve.
Steve supremacy.
Big Dick Steve over here.
Nothing happens in the tribe, which is not great. Not great for you here.
No, I'm going home. I'm going home, baby.
Crazier things have happened, though.
It's true.
When nothing has taken place. It's time to vote. I'll read the votes. First vote, Alec. Nani. You went for Nani here. It's 2 votes Alec, 1 vote Nani, 1 vote left. 17th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars, and 7th member of the jury, Alec. Damn, they really just ran this game. This trio.
They did. These 3. Yeah, Nani found that immunity really quickly, and then she just never really looked back.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Nani is clearly the one in the out, so you could be like, why would you go to the end with these two? They're so strong together, but she's proven to win multiple challenges. I think Grumpy and Steve have both each won a challenge, so it's anybody could win this.
It's a gentleman's honor here. It's the miners, with the people who work in the mines.
That's right.
They yearn for the mines.
Yeah. Their alliance name, the Miners, doesn't really doesn't hit.
It doesn't hit very hard.
Quite sound right. Yeah.
No.
All right, the alliances: Grumpy, Nani, and Steve. And Grumpy and Steve. Great. The immunity challenge. All right, the ball drop. A long wooden cylinder was cut into different size segments. On the center segment, a notch has been cut for a metal ball to rest on. You'd have to hold up segments by squeezing them between handles. Oh yeah, I remember this. You squeeze the ball between them. This is the one. Oh, this is where they screwed Suri with the surprise final too. Because the winner, the final immunity challenge is Grumpy.
Oh.
Would he stab Steve in the back? Does it even make sense for him to do that? Like, does he have a better shot? I feel like he doesn't have a better shot against Nani. I mean, Nani's fought with people, so maybe.
Mm-hmm.
but it feels like she's
Yeah.
maybe have more of an impressive. I don't know.
Mm.
And we're just gonna go to tribal council.
Straight to it. Let's go. Let's do this, baby.
It's gonna be Grumpy's single vote. The 18th person voted out of Tarqaron All-Stars 6th and 8th member of the jury. Nani.
Makes sense.
Wow.
Grumpy and
So
Steve,
actually it was
man.
Grumpy Steve final 2. Unreal.
This is the power couple.
Grumpy Steve will face the jury of Alec, Baby Shark, Cursed Chef Probst, George Washington, Holga Kilgore, Megan, Nani, and Zach. These 8. We got a jury of 8.
We both made the jury though. Good for us.
Yeah. Who you think's got it here? Grumpy and Steve. They've been lockstep for.
It's very difficult to say. I mean, the thing about Steve is that like he's been able to work both tribes really well. Grumpy kind of rested on his laurels with his own tribe mates, but Steve made inroads and he was able to cross tribal lines. And he betrayed some people, sure, but that bond was pretty strong. So.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Steve here. I'm thinking Steve's got this.
Steve for the win. I feel like
Steve's got the lock. I think it's Steve.
We'll see.
Live action Minecraft Steve, portrayed by Jack Black.
All right, we're here live at the Ed Sullivan Theater. All right, everybody, calm down. I know Grumpy and Steve, big fan favorite final 2 here. Grumpy and Steve, wow.
You can't think of totally different temperaments here too. You got a zany weirdo, and you've got like an angry man.
And they both got the job. They
man.
both get the job done, and they got the job done of getting to the final tribal council. You outlasted all the rest,
men.
And now it's up to the jurors to decide who will win the title of Soul Survivor and the $1 million prize that goes with it. You want to see your name right now. You want to see your name.
You want to see it. You want to see the name. Remember the
name.
Time
to reveal. The first vote, Steve. Grumpy. It's two votes. Or no, it's one vote Steve, one vote Grumpy.
One vote each.
Steve.
One vote each.
Grumpy. It's 2 votes Steve, 2 votes Grumpy. Steve. Grumpy. That's 3 votes Steve, 3 votes Grumpy, 2 votes left.
What if there's a tie?
Steve. Grumpy. There's a tie. There's a tie. Absolute hysteria on the live stage.
The live stage. What is going on? What are they going to do?
There's a tie. There will be a fire-making competition to decide the winner.
Live in the theater.
It's only fitting for these 2 guys who yearn and work for the mines. You gotta just get down and get this shit done. All right.
That's unbelievable. That's crazy. They get to do it in front of a live studio audience. There
was always a question. There's always a question people had for Micronesia because they did a surprise final 2, and so the number in the jury was even. It was always like, what would happen in a tie? Brand Steel just decided they would make a fire right there in the live stage. This is the only way to decide. Go out in flames at the nether.
Gather whatever materials you can out in the crowd. They start grabbing people's like clothes.
All right, let's see. The winner of Tarqaron All-Stars 6 is Grumpy.
Oh my god, Grumpy with the upset. Ah! That's amazing. Experience of Grumpy.
Wow.
Grumpy,
what the hell? Grumpy was the one I was like so worried about with his attitude coming into this.
Yeah, but he dominated all life.
Him and Steve, and when it came down to it, he could just make fire better than him, I guess.
Yeah, just could. He just could at the end of the day.
That's what was the tipping point. Let's see the votes though. Baby Shark, Cursed Jeff Probst, Megan and Nani voted for Grumpy to win.
Interesting.
Me,
voted for
you,
Steve,
George
then?
Washington, and Holga voted for Steve.
Respected game.
It really was Steve's supremacy and just a minor oversight cost him. He wasn't ready to make fire there in the live stage 3 months after the finale. After they filmed.
This is very, very.
Sprung it on him.
But Grumpy,
he's in a suit.
Grumpy had like. I was about to say Grumpy had a long beard, but they both have big beards, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
This unprecedented stuff here.
Insane.
And who do you think won the fan favorite award? Which is always random.
Nani. I'm gonna say Nani.
No, it's Shadow the Hedgehog. Live and learn.
Oh my God! Of course he did. Of course he would have.
His gun.
Everyone would love him. Of course he won fan favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, they both have 4 votes to win. That's so dirty. $1 million fire making challenge.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's insane.
If only he had his flint and steel.
He didn't have flint and steel. Couldn't make his fire.
All right. Wow. Though.
Grumpy, man. Grumpy.
So,
Grumpy just had it. He just had it, and Steve didn't. That's it. At the end of the day.
Challenge wins overall. 3. Grumpy and Steve each won 3 challenges.
Mm-hmm.
3. Grumpy had 3 immunity wins, where Steve had 2. Nani had 2. Votes received. Shadow the Hedgehog received the most votes, 12, followed by George Washington and me with 11 each, and you had 10. All right, a lot of votes on us.
Yeah, a lot of votes on us. That's for sure.
And
we lasted pretty long despite that.
And you and Nani each found an idol, and the most strategic, as tabulated scientifically. Number 1 was Nani. Number 2 was Alec, and number 3 was Grumpy. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you just got a couple of tough guys in the end. They're not the most strategic.
No, not really. I feel like I was pretty strategic. I tried to play the field.
You tried.
I was the only one making alliances, for fuck's sake.
Well, we tried to maneuver on you, and we got the conductor out. That was a big moment of the season. The conductor blindside is when people look back on.
The conductor blindside.
Yeah. And the old Curse Jeff Probst tug of war we had going on.
As he went home, he just was going, all aboard.
Yeah, and everybody loved it when he walked out. Oh man, he's such a good sport. This guy.
Such a good guy. Such a good guy. The Curse Jeff Probst lap dance was, of course, a big topic of discussion.
It was a big moment. It was actually a touching moment for a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, he got touched.
That's what I'm saying. But you wouldn't even know it with the way he was looking.
Take a good look at penis.
He likes it. You can tell he likes it.
Trying to run Tina, but it's like not quite.
Yeah. What a season it was. Tarqaron All-Stars 6.
Another one in the books.
We both
made the jury this time. That's good. We made
decent runs. We made it through a harrowing pre-merge where our tribe got decimated down to 3 members, and we were 2 of the 3 left. So not too
pretty
shabby.
Good.
And when it got down to it, you got a deeper run again, but cut short. Kind of iconic, Steve and Grumpy final 2. It's a big alliance of the season. Steve, Grumpy,
big for the big for the crafting community. Yeah.
Oh yeah, big all over the Reddits. Crafters and
r/crafting. Yeah. r/mining
and crafting. I don't know, man. What a season, I guess.
That's it. Yeah, like I said, another one in the books.
BB Shark was there. You know, the whole big characters of the season. We had teased Glinda and Elphaba. How will it go?
They did. they
went out very early,
pretty quickly. Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. Did not a single any of the duos make it together into the merge?
Nope.
It's just me and you, I guess.
Just me and you. That's it. Yeah.
But Jack
Yep.
Sparrow got
Just
cut
me and you.
short.
Elizabeth Swann got cut short. She was the first big blindside of the
Wow.
season. Yeah.
And yeah, the Evil Queen got voted out first, so he didn't even get.
Yeah.
She got voted out
Right.
first in a 4-3 vote. It's an
Yeah.
iconic start.
That was an insane original vote.
And then Glinda got voted out. Who else? I thought there was another pair, but maybe not. So yeah, it was just us. Just us.
Jack
again.
and Elizabeth. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we thought they'd have more potential, and Elizabeth was making moves. It looked like, but she got caught up.
Yeah.
Like we sniffed her out.
Too much. She was getting too trying to get too strategic with it.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah.
where you sniffed her out? Was I there at that point?
Yeah. No, it was me and yeah, I sniffed her out. It was me and the conductor.
Yeah, conducted that one.
And curse Jeff Probst, of course.
There
Yeah.
it is. It's another season of Tarqaron All-Stars in the books.
Got it done. Got it done, baby.
Grumpy as a winner is pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy winner. Not what I would have
He's
pegged.
bringing home that million for the dwarves. They can invest in new equipment.
One of the last ones I would have
Yeah.
pegged, honestly, is the winner in this
Yeah.
whole cast.
Yeah.
So, that's exciting. But yeah,
Boom.
big prize to bring home. Big prize.
Yeah.
There
You'll
you
love
go.
that. All right.
Subscribe to the channel for more videos. We do one just like it every year. So come back
We
a
do.
year from
So-
now.
If you had a good time with this, we have some previous ones that you can go take a gander
Yeah.
at.
And I always have a playlist I put on the channel for each Tarqaron All-Stars with all their original videos that they originated from. The little Tarqaron All-Star collection. So all the original reviews and stuff that these guys are from. You can check them out. If you enjoyed this video, why don't you go check out episode 10 of Survivor All-Stars. It's called Godfather Move. That's
The Godfather Move.
That's the one where he says, take care of her. If you can.
Oh yeah,
If you can.
it's a good one.
I'll
It's a good
take
one.
care. And then he later likes to say, or he said, if you take care of her, I'll take care of you.
Mhm.
If you
Right,
can.
yeah.
If you can. And then later he's like, he's like, you said you would take care of me. And he's like, I said if I could, and I cannot.
Yeah,
You didn't say
It's-
that, bro.
Yeah, you did not say that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am sorry, I cannot.
yeah.
Even though he clearly could. Yeah. It was a Godfather move, though, because he had like this like serious look
Big
in his
time.
eye and just like whispered it to him.
Mm,
Take care of her if you can. It's like straight out of the Godfather.
that's right.
Thank you for watching.
All right.
All right. And until next time.